Pardon? Pardon?
We're gonna have 5 or 4. Yeah. It said 5 on the 22nd, and it said 4 on the. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So Friday, I'm just gonna go to my room.
Pardon? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
22nd.
Yes.
I mean, I can come over here and make a transition to do it. I mean, to put my debate, and especially the 23rd, it starts at 4. We have another class that we're taking this.
Okay. Okay. Oh, the ADIS, right? Yeah. Cool. I'm so proud of you guys. Y'all just something. Okay. So, good evening, ladies. Mom, you don't have to put that on. Just when if somebody come up on you close and want to talk to you, you don't have to put it on now. So this is my mother. She hangs out with me every other weekend, and I said, "Oh my goodness, Mom, you're gonna be working with me all day long." So she been with me all day. So this is Penelope. Mom, what you want them to call you? Mother Collins is what they call her, Mother Collins. Because when you get 81, you be called whatever you want to be called. 81, Mother Collins. So, but I like her name so much. Sometimes her name is Penelope. I think it's the most beautiful name. But so I do want to apologize for Friday. Friday was literally nerve-wracking, chaotic, frustrating. And I got up 6 a.m. to make sure that I minimized my Friday stressors because I knew I had to do that last move. And on dropping off some of the stuff, my car, after 5 years, went brain dead. And I couldn't get nobody. Nobody was able to come and get me, so I was stranded.
Did it break down on the road?
No, it broke down at my office because I was unloading, so I can go get the truck and come get the other stuff. So I said, I'm gonna be done early. I was at my office at 9:30. Yes. So it took me like an hour to set everything up. So by 10:30, I go back in my car to leave to come get the next load because my goal is I'm gonna have to truck by 4 o'clock. I only have one other load, only boxes. Guess what? The car's not moving. And of course, when you really need somebody, you can't get them, because they got stuff going on they like too. But I'm like, no, I'm gonna class tonight. And the lady told me I had to have it back at a certain time because other people was coming to get it. So I couldn't even say, well, I'll just keep it another day and don't worry about it. I couldn't. Somebody else is gonna get the truck. So I was like, I'm gonna catch one too. And of course, we are very familiar with our system here, which is too frustrating to talk about. So, but I do apologize for just the stressors and the frustration, especially to you, Lori. And I also want to, and as Nicole and Rose can to tell about me and names, I can just see the person they walk up and I forgot the name. That's just, I don't know what that is. Probably being partially laugh off my life and finally getting cataract surgery at 53. Maybe they haven't, but me and names just been a struggle all my life. Names and heights. You know how kids like to go on those roads, never could take it. Nobody wanted to, I don't want to go with her because we had to pair up as kids. Nobody wanted to pair with me because I went on the boring rides because my stomach couldn't take it. So, but today what I wanted to do was, you guys got to finish looking at what's his name? See, I forgot the boy's name. Art Kelly. Yes, Art Kelly's. Yes. Oh, you're going. Thank you, George. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you, George. So Art Kelly, I got the feedback from Rose and Lori. I'm gonna get that name right. Beautiful Lori. I got feedback from her and Nicole. You said you was gonna go ahead and view it. Did you get to view it? That's okay. Okay. Okay, I appreciate that. So now we're gonna do a warm-up. Oh, I gotta do check-in. Got to check in. How are you feeling, Nicole?
I'm better. I am feeling about maybe like about a 65 today.
Ooh, kind of high. Stress is still high.
I was about a 90 yesterday, so I.
Wow. Yes. So it's decreasing. I'm coping. I'm recovering.
Right.
Kind of like, yeah. Oh, good.
Marcus Wade is coming through, so give me a couple of days and I'll be back in the.
That's okay. That's awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you. Miss Rose, how you feeling? Oh, yeah. How you feeling, Miss Rose?
Tired? Okay. So like maybe 30, it's tired.
It's gonna be a little bit higher than 30 if you're tired. You're just used to doing what you have to do, but 30, it's gonna be a little higher. So anytime fatigue is involved, it's kind of gonna be between 45 and 50, because even though we're resilient, as she said, your body feels it. It's just you gotta keep going, because you gotta do what you got to do. But it's gonna be much. 30 is, girl, that's good. I mean, I had a jacuzzi bath, I done ate good, and I've got my feet up, and I'm rested. So, yeah. So, okay, thank you. Lori, how you feeling?
I'm actually in a really good place.
Good.
Sorry, that's my French keeps snapping. I feel accomplished.
Good.
I did some smudging prayers today.
Wonderful. Self-care. Love it.
Well, I'm native.
I love it. Native. Oh, good. I gotta ask you something.
Okay.
What tribe? What tribe?
I'm actually native Alaskan.
Oh, are you?
Born in Kodiak, Alaska.
Cool.
So I'm Aleut.
Oh, wonderful.
And
We are.
I feel so accomplished. I sent my baby to California. He's on the Santa Monica up here where I went there as a kid. He's riding a carousel, he's waving, grandma big, he's went on his first plane ride.
Oh my goodness. That is wonderful.
So I feel
That is wonderful. I know. Woo! Yeah. So that's gonna be low. Now that's a low one. Yes, absolutely. Well, we are part Cherokee and Grandma West Indies. West Indies, Mom, you remember? Yeah. Yeah. Cherokee. My great grandmother didn't speak any English at all. So, and my grandma's from the West Indies. I forgot what part, but yeah. So that's awesome. But I have a question. I took a training. What's his name? Oh my God. I was devastated when he died. He's made up. He did the CD training. He did the quick track training on the weekends.
You got that right there?
Huh?
Bernie?
No, it's a Leo, not Leo, but I can't remember, but he taught us this native ritual with rocks.
Okay.
You know about that one with the rocks?
You can do the ritual with the rocks, ritual with, are you talking about the longhouse, the sweat lodge?
No, not that one. He did one in our class. I think his name was Leo.
And then there's also working with crystals and smudging and sweet grass and.
I heard of sweet grass, but I heard about the rocks.
I don't know if you ever heard that one, medicine.
Yes, I did. I love that.
The bedrock.
I did not hear that. Yeah. Yes. But we did rocks, and it was so awesome because you took a rock and you said 3 amazing things, and then you passed it to the next person. It was so awesome. It was a good warm up with it. His name is Leo. Leo was his first name.
You working with affirmations?
Yes. Yeah. I love that. I thought that was so cool.
I didn't grow up in my culture because my grandfather was actually a residential school survivor.
Okay.
He was removed from his home at 6 in Alaska and brought to Oregon. And now it's becoming very public knowledge about what happened to these children.
Yes. I actually watched a movie about it. Just devastating.
I've done some advocacy.
Yeah.
I've done some activism.
Mm-hmm.
My sister, my slash sister friend went to
Yes.
Standing Rock when they were protesting the Keystone Pipeline.
Yes.
She actually had her little medicine bag that my ex made her when we
Oh,
were younger, and she
wonderful.
got blessed by a shaman on
wow.
Standing Rock Reservation.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Good. Thank you. I
I
didn't
learned
know
a
you
lot
were
about
native.
culture going to high school to now because my grandpa, you know, they were shamed.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, they did. They
We didn't
did.
learn, my grandfather spoke Russian, he spoke Aleut and
Yes.
English.
Yes, yes. And the natives, the reason why a lot of African Americans were mixed because the natives hit us, because the natives knew the hills really well. And when they tried to, before the New World, they were trying to make native slaves, but natives were smart. They knew the mountains here, they couldn't find them.
Well, and they had their own hierarchy here. They had
Yeah.
a trading system.
They
They had
did.
an they had an economy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people go, oh, they were just savages.
They was not.
People ask me, my grandpa.
They're so ignorant. They are, yeah.
Y'all are ignorant.
Yes, because of our systematic systems who set people up to believe things about natives, African Americans, any minority person to be demeaned or minimize their quality of life living. And so unfortunately, if you don't find somebody really tell you the truth, it's not in our history books. But natives have done a lot of work over the years. They've done a lot of work of bringing attention to the discrimination which continues, and the invisibleness of.
Well, and then there's all that pedophilia.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
all these children were molested in these schools.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
My brother became a pedophile.
Yes.
He molested his daughters and he molested his granddaughters.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
then my uncles became pedophiles.
Wow. That spirit just kind of,
And
wow.
I swore that my children would never, ever have to deal with this.
Goody for you. You broke that generational.
I told him, I
Wonderful.
said, Mommy and whoever we're going, and Mommy will be the only one coming back.
You play. No, that's right. Kadisha, have you ever met my mom? Huh?
No.
Oh, Mom, this is Kadisha.
Hi.
A gift is given to me. So Mom stay with me every other weekend. So we're just doing check-in now, so everybody kind of got overweight, so we're just kind of getting started. So, how you feeling? Probably rushed.
Yeah.
Yes. And what's your stress level? It's right. It can.
70 right now.
Yes.
It's trying to be here, and my husband's pregnant, so I was trying to be late, you know.
That's okay. Well, you here. You here, and we're glad that you're here. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Yes. Oh, she's waiting. She's waiting at you. Okay. So, so this little exercise that I want to do, I'm trying to see what I want to use. What? I gotta get something. I forgot to do my little.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. I feel like I'm back at Tabernacle.
Okay, I just needed something that I could. Okay. So, don't look at South the people. So you're gonna take your fan. Okay. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6 of us, okay. So, anybody have any, oh, you don't have any.
Yeah, you can come to your office where everything is.
Oh, you gotta take it. Don't think we'll take it. I was gonna tell you to give me some, sticky tabs, but I didn't see you, so I found something to intervene with. Are you leaving?
I'll be right over here.
Okay. So, everybody got a writing utensil? Mom, I'm not making you write anything. Huh?
I can't get out of her.
Say it again? I can't hear you. Okay. So, this is what you're gonna tape your message on, okay? So, oh, I forgot the other thing. I'm telling you, I had a PNA. Okay, fine. So what you're gonna do is, you are going to write an affirmation on the sticky tab, okay? And then when you write it on this, on the sticky tab, you're going to pin it on the back of here, close it like that. And then you're gonna bring me your fans,
So we're gonna
okay?
affirmation about ourselves?
Huh?
We're gonna affirmation about ourselves? or-
No, affirmation that you believe that everybody should be able to hear or receive. And then you're gonna bring them, but you're gonna still close them, you're gonna fold them in half and close them and bring them to me.
What do we do today?
You tape it closed on the back of the fan.
Affirmation that we believe that.
Everyone should receive.
Do we have it for you, Doctor?
Yes. And turn it on the back, tape it. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Mama, help me do yours, because we need to have 7, 6. So I'm gonna come over there and help you. Mom.
Okay.
So after you receive this, you're gonna read it, and you're gonna tell me how they make you feel. Okay? And get your arm over back.
I was just thinking that. Oh, okay, hello. Did you get yours?
Yes. You introduced the delegate.
You got your own?
No, not mine.
Oh.
Yeah.
You got the one you were meant to get.
That's what she's saying, yeah. Okay, Miss Kadisha, this is mine. Okay. What does it say?
Mine says people are blessed when you are in their presence.
Okay, awesome. Mom, what yours say? Can you read it?
Yeah, empower each other so we can all win.
Wonderful, awesome, awesome.
Okay. We are strong, powerful women. We have all been through struggles and hardships, but we overcame it and it made us all stronger and nicer.
Wonderful. That is wonderful, my goodness. Rose?
It says you are worthy of love, honor, and respect.
And what?
Respect.
Oh, I thought you said and sex. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? Awesome. Okay.
Hear the voice of your spirit within you. Follow it. You are a force of God. You defy the odds. You are different. You are loved extraordinary.
Wow, that is awesome.
Yes.
Okay, now you get to find out who was the one that poured into your spirit. So, Nicole, which one was yours?
Mine was the one that, Mama got over here.
Oh, Mom, you got that from Nicole. Go give her a hug.
Let me go over there.
That's right, that's right.
Over there.
Awesome. Lori?
Mine was you're worthy of love, honor, and respect.
Oh, we'll give her a hug. Oh, how beautiful. Cool. Kadisha, who did you give yours to? Nicole. Ah, that's awesome. Oh my goodness. So, I got my own. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry, who got yours? That is so awesome. Kadisha, you got mine. You got mine. Look how spirit works. Isn't that awesome? Yes, yes. I want to do this exercise because I want you to know how amazing you are. And you make a difference. And you're not gonna, everybody's not gonna always acknowledge that in their journey, but don't discount the power that you have and that you bring to people's lives. And I really like the one that said, we had a difficult journey, but in that journey, we become stronger, we become wiser. And you know what, we have empathy for other people. They always say hurting people hurt people. That ain't always true. Hurting people heal people, because that's what we do. We've been hurt. We've been disappointed. We've been let down. We've been violated. We've been disrespected. But we didn't turn to hurt people. We reached out to love people because we can have empathy. We understand what that feels like. And so I just want to always encourage you. And I've been making a mistake, and I apologize for it, because I never like people to leave on a negative note. Before we leave each of the trainings that I've done, I've always tried to leave them in a positive affirmation, a positive note, because I don't know what's happening when you go back out that door. You know what I'm saying? When you leave, I need your spirit to be like, wow, I'm encouraged. So whatever you tackle outside that door, you go tackle. I'm ready for you. What is it? I'm ready. I was right after the class got done. I'm on my way to go just put gas in the truck, y'all, to take it back. There's two guys fighting like I don't know what. Where they fighting at? Right where I got to go get the gas.
Taser.
She said taser. I said, I can't get out the truck. I'm trying to make it before the deadline. My anxiety is elevated. I mean, the truck is so big, there's no other way to go but right there. So I started honking like I crazy, pleading blood. God, get out there, please. Didn't want the way, it came right back together, started tripping. Folks out there with their cameras, and I'm like,
That's all people.
yes, it's like, this is not an entertainment show, this is sad. Yes, it's so sad. And so I get to the gas, I get to where I need to be. Guess what I did? I don't have my wallet. It's in the car back at Patricia. I was like, oh, just too through. So to come all the way back, I left the truck there. And I forgot the young lady's name. I told her bad with names. The young lady that introduced y'all yesterday, she followed me so she can take me back to my car. See, thank you. See, I'm careful with names. She drove me back to come here to get my wallet out so I can get the gas, which is $60. I said, I think they're rising up. This is crazy. Gas is insane. But I do want to make sure that we leave on a positive note. Okay. So now we're going to go back to, I was talking to you before you left, Kadisha, that everyone got to respond to R. Kelly, and I think you did see it. Did you see it or you didn't see it? And did you get to do it today? You didn't? Okay. So next meeting, probably next Tuesday on Zoom, you and Nicole will be presenting on that. Okay. So today so did you guys get a chance to do your homework? You remember your homework assignment?
I was so confused.
Your homework assignment was,
yeah, I can compare.
what?
What you were saying, look for 3 things that, is critical in victims advocacy that we think will stand out that we're gonna be able to do. And according
No. I know there's more than 3. I said, but I want you to go back to the policy and procedure and give me 3 things that is important that an advocate need to have, although we know she need more, but at least give me 3, and I wanted you to expound on those 3 things when you did the reading. Were you able to look at it at all?
I highlighted some things, but I think I'm having a ditch.
You said you what? You have disconnected reading? Is it too much?
I think I missed, and I'm not processing correctly what you're supposed to say based on what I highlighted.
Okay, who understand it? If one that do.
about affordable housing. Yeah, because it doesn't connect.
No, the policy, oh, they did, you did the part where they were reading about the policy, it wasn't, what?
That's what I'm saying.
Let me look at my book. I'll look at my book. What, the one that you started reading for us, Nicole, the other,
It's on the one all the slide down.
the one that she started reading from, she talking about the policy, really?
Yeah, so whatever, that's what I'm writing.
Huh? So let me take a look. Huh? And she print,
I can share first, like, what I thought I got from it. Yeah.
what page? Because I'm looking at something totally, let me go into my book.
That's the one. The policies, priorities, are PDF articles, right? The ones that you both started. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Look at this. Why did they put this one wasn't supposed to be, I don't know what this is.
You're talking about the priorities. Yeah.
Go ahead. Okay, so go ahead.
So one thing that I got was, to help the victim survivors to achieve safety and stability. To uplift the voice of the victims from marginalized communities, because it seems to be a struggle for them to have access to representative violence service systems. So that was one, and then the other was make sure that they absolutely, like 100% have access to affordable housing, because most survivors of domestic violence struggle with getting access to proper, safe, affordable housing. It's one of the largest barriers to achieve safety and stability.
Okay.
Trying to move them from toxic environments to more safe and positive environments.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good, Kadesh. Thank you. So I thought we had the WAC for victims, for domestic violence in the, did we see that? Because I'm looking at it in my book. Do you guys have that on your?
What book are you looking at?
I'm looking at everything you guys printed out. You gave it to me in the book.
Okay, so this is the domestic violence.
No, not that one. I just seen the black code. Oh, that's the sexual assault one. Who's that? So, do you guys see it in your book, the WAC code for DV? Do you guys see it?
Where was I doing? Where did you see that?
I just thought I just seen it, the WAC. Okay, that's the assessment part.
So this is in the domestic violence. Okay, so if you go on your flash drives and you click on the domestic violence.
No, that's
PDF,
not the one I want, because that's
No.
assessment. That's not the one.
Not that one,
That's not the one.
because this is by itself.
Okay,
This is the domestic violence PDF.
okay. So what's this one called then?
This one.
Okay, you guys, this is what it looks like. It's called the American Medicine Association, the Diagnosis and Treatment guideline on domestic violence.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into our flash drives and we're gonna click on the PDF that says domestic violence.
You said by
outside of
itself, right?
The zip folder.
Yeah.
And when you click on it,
So is it the 28-page one?
yeah, it's like wrong, you have to like keep
Okay.
scrolling down.
So it's right here.
Yes, it's domestic violence.
Okay. And where are we going, what are we looking at?
So what I want you to go is, I want you to go page 5. It talks about the facts about domestic violence.
Okay.
Got that? Okay, huh? Domestic violence is characterized as a pattern of coercive behavior that may be included in repeated battering and injury, psychological abuse, sexual assaults, progressive social isolation. What's it there? Is that me echoing?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the other one? Where to leave off at?
Progressive social isolation.
Intimidation. One of the things, we used to sing these songs when we was kids. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. That's a lie. That's the biggest lie. Now, maybe kids created that to survive because bullies. Where do bullies come from?
Usually it's a learned behavior,
Yes. From who?
one of the parents.
Thank you. From one of the parents. They would,
Whoever the bad one.
commonly, it is how they have learned to deal with conflict in home. I tell people, stop telling folks that teachers are first teacher. No, the parent is the first teacher. The one who raises that child, who that's the first teacher. The first 5 years of a child's life, their foundational principles have been developed. Now, it can be exacerbated as time goes on. This victim, who happened to be a male, he said when he was born, his mother was disgusted because he was a boy, and she didn't want a boy. She wanted nothing to do with boys. Why? Because boys hurt her. Boys abuse her. So she was so disgusted that this child was a boy that she started putting him in girls' dresses when he was little. And then the family started teasing him, calling him a girl. As long as he was the girl, he was accepted. He was loved by his mother. But he was tortured by other people. So it got to the place, I think when he was in his late teens, he accepted, I'm a girl, that's it. All the torture I'm going through, that's what I must be. My mama wanted me to be, that's what I am. So about time he reached his late 20s, he started changing everything about his body. Everything. He got the breasts, he even got his sex change, everything. Got his Adam's apple taken out, he got the pills, the changes, got the hormone, everything. And all of a sudden, at age 45, he realized he was tired of trying to please everybody. He took everything out. But at this time, his whole body has been shifted because of trauma that he learned as a child. Took him years to realize that wasn't who he was. And when children are groomed into trauma or experience a traumatic event, their brains are undeveloped to know what to do with that trauma. So oftentimes they want to bury it, they stuff it. That's why sometimes in hypnotherapy, they'll find out things that they have buried so long they didn't even know that was there.
Or they fragment.
Yes.
That's kind of where I was at.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I buried myself in books, so I escaped. Even though my grandfather was dead, I imagined that I was from royalty and that someday somebody was gonna come and they were gonna save me from the hell that I lived in at home.
Yes, yes,
And as the oldest, I felt like I couldn't leave because I was protecting myself.
yes,
And it's rough.
yes,
I did leave at 14 though. I went
yes,
on the streets when I became a prostitute.
yes. Survival, survival. It's so important to understand that the last thing a victim needs to experience when she or he walk into your office is to feel shame. Is to be afraid to share some things that they've never had the ability to share with anybody. But you have made them feel so safe. You are their angel. You are the oxygen that they finally get to breathe. Because they haven't been breathing. And and they just amend these laws recently. When they first created the domestic violence law in the 70s, physical violence was the only thing that they had, and then it had to be proven.
And even then it was at the cops' discretion.
Exactly.
Like, they went to our house all the time. I never saw nobody in jail.
Thank you.
Never went to jail.
Because
When she stabbed him.
that's right. You know why? Because minorities can't be victims. When they first passed that law, it was only for middle
Well,
class
we look
white.
like.
Huh?
I don't think it was that. I don't think it was the minority thing. My stepdad was white. My mom looks, well, she kind of looks a little Russian and native, but I think it was just the demeanor of the cops who came every time. Like my mom tried to learn how to drive and the cop laughed at her when she wrecked the car. And he didn't even address her. Like women had no value. He didn't address her.
That's it. You just said it. You just said it.
Yeah.
That's
He
it.
addressed my stepdad. He goes, oh, are we trying to teach the little miss to drive? My mom was humiliated. She never learned to drive ever in her life.
Yes, yes. There are two things, and thank you so much, Sam. Women had no value. Their husbands were the head of the household. The husband could not do any wrong. That's how it was. You were raised to think that, well, girl, you get a man, and if you wasn't married at a certain age, they had you terrified, hounding you. Let me find somebody, which I got to find somebody. It's like a woman could not, she had no value within herself. That she had to be married because that was how she was taught. And if a woman never got married, never had kids, girl, what's wrong with you? You need to go to the doctor. That stigma, that historical stigma, that is not only was in our communities, but it was in our faith-based, our religions. Everything had this. Everybody decided how she was valuable and where she was valuable at and what she should do. And so she grew up with this idea she always got to please everybody except herself. Yes.
And the reason why that was so overbearing, because that was a spirit. Anything is a spirit, and it has got in you because it's talked about when you was a child. And when something is consistently talked about and everything, people begin to own that.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
Manifestation.
Everything in consistency. The reason why a person can do it and feel like that, because that's what's act out, and it does start with children.
Yes, it does.
Anything a child see you do consistent,
Mm-hmm.
then he or she or both, they begin to act that.
Yes.
Because they become that in the spirit.
Exactly. It's reinforced. Absolutely right, Mom. It is reinforced. And the reason why we have overcoming and survived the things that we went through is because we decided I ain't accepting that's my destiny. I don't care what you say. I'm better than this. I'm bigger than this. And that's why we're able to not only overcome ourselves, but help others pull out.
Yeah.
I tell people, I don't care where you've been. I don't care what you've done. Tell me where you're going. Because that's where the difference is gonna come. Where are you going? Because I can tell you how many times people have been told something so differently over and over and over and over again. And you're right, Mom. When you take it into your spirit, well, this is it, and you accept it. This is it. Okay, very good. Oh, God, that's heavy. Okay. Although some women are successful in escaping the violence relationships after the first assault, most abuse is reoccurring and escalates in both frequency and severity. In addition, women's independence may be compromised by her partner's need to dominate her and control many aspects of her life. He may restrict her access to food, clothing, money, friends, transportation, healthcare, and social services, social service and employment. How many times we have seen somebody that we recognize is in trouble at school, at work, and sometimes people don't even try to, are you okay? Can I help you? People just walk on by. Are you okay? Does he think I can do to help you? I'll never forget. I promise you guys, I don't know where, I think I was on Pacific Avenue, and if you know Pacific and 112th Street, there's a huge Wells Fargo bank. This woman was running from this man, beating on people's car. Help me. She was beating, crying, screaming, he's gonna kill me. Beating, crying, screaming. I'm looking like, and my door was unlocked, y'all. My passenger's door was unlocked. And I'm driving like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I don't want to get hit. My thing is, you guys stop. I don't want to get hit because she just screaming hysterical. The next thing I know is a woman in my car. I said, the blood of Jesus, in my car. Oh, Lord. I said, let's go to the bank, baby. We pulled out to the bank. We ran into the bank. I said, call 911. Call 911 right now. She said, thank you. And just that quick. Just that quick. This woman and the man zoomed off. Sometimes things can be happening right in front of you and people just, oh, well, it ain't my business.
Desensitized.
Yes.
Or scared, because you get in people's business sometimes, you don't know what to do.
Yes. But I said, if you can get it, call 911, do something.
Right.
Because some things ain't safe for you. But you know.
Got a tire
She said, I'm going to get him.
on.
Oh. Okay. So, research has failed to demonstrate a psychological or cultural profile of battered women. However, certain groups of women appear to be at somewhat higher risk for abuse. Women who are single, separated, or divorced, or are planning a separation or a divorce. Women between the ages of 17 and 28, women who are who abuse alcohol or other drugs, or whose partner do. Women who are pregnant, or women whose partner is excessively jealous or possessive. Children raised in violent homes may be at increasing risk for perpetrating or experiencing violence in adulthood, but not all abuse partners or abused women are exposed to family violence while growing up. Domestic violence cuts across all racial, ethnic, religious, educational, and social economical lines. However, physical abuse should be aware that it's woman's family background. What, did I read that wrong? Be aware that a woman's family background, as well as her cultural and religious beliefs, may influence her perception of abuse. In addition, her socioeconomical status influences her access to medical care. Women of higher socioeconomical status are more likely to seek care in private practice settings, while lower income women are more likely to go to clinics and emergency departments. So in your lifetime, what kind of women across your life that you realize that appear to be more vulnerable than others?
Street kids.
Street kids. And what does street kids represent?
Well, I ran the streets of Seattle when I was 14. Some of my friends were actually murdered by very rich records. We're invisible. We're disposable.
Yes.
We're vulnerable. We're preyed upon. And we put ourselves in risky situations because we really don't see any self-value.
Where did it start from?
From home.
From home.
My sexual abuse started at 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched my mother get her ass beat a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And every now and then I'd see her whoop his ass too. But,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And women didn't have a value.
Nobody.
Which is really crazy because if you think about it, that was stripped from my grandfather. Because in Native communities, men aren't the ones that run the show. They're more of a matriarchal society. Native women hold positions of power. Native women are shaman. Native women are cultural leaders in most tribal communities. A lot of people don't see that, but it is really to get down to it.
Yes.
So I think that if my grandfather had stayed in Alaska, he was raised by his mother who had 13 children.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been different for all of us. And out of 16 grandkids, we all fucked up.
Wow.
We all got mental health. Most of us got substance use disorders.
Trauma.
Most of us have been sexually abused,
Trauma,
including
exactly.
my male cousins who really,
Yes.
really still struggle to this day.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Thank
it's
you.
because we're not seen. We're
Yes.
invisible.
Children. So it starts so early. What would you say, Nicole?
I would just say people who don't have stability or nobody.
And that ranges from who?
Anybody.
The people that you've seen?
I live that life, but, I'm not.
No. I'm saying the people that have crossed your threshold. What were the most vulnerable ones that you met
I guess.
in your lifetime? Short lifetime.
Once
Yes.
we run the streets.
So they run the streets. And they're still young and they're still the youth.
But look at your love and family on the streets.
Right.
That's
Yes.
how you enter the game.
Yes, exactly. Rose.
I can attest to anyone coming across my path. No.
You met any victims of domestic violence or any victims of sexual trauma?
Sexual trauma, but domestic violence, but not. I know me.
Wow, so you didn't run across that? Okay.
Because before her husband left, all the stuff that he used to do to her, I never knew. So she had told me the last couple of years when it was going through a whole lot. She told me how one time she was talking to him. She had her hand in the window, he rolled up the window and drove off, and almost drove her down the street. I mean, that hurt so much. And
Yeah.
she would sit, she would tell me little things that he was sick and he would do to her.
Yeah.
And this was the whole time. This is the only man that this was her high school sweetheart. This is the one her first everything.
Yes.
Was him. she married him, he ended up, you know, but I know about that part, he cheated on her,
Mm-hmm.
had twins by her. So her kids, that I call my nieces, forever, thought that my sister was a biological mom, but it wasn't, it was not.
Wow.
She had mental issues, and his excuse was, oh, I don't know if your sister had kids, and I want to have kids, and that's how it was. No, it can't be real, that's not true. And that was like,
That's right.
you know, my sister at that time, his car, she tore it up, she took a baseball bat to her car, and he had nothing about it. She's like, all right, okay, but you know, I tell her all the time, we would sit and we would talk on the phone, and I would tell her, I don't know, I think one day we was in Sunday school, my pastor was talking about, because I was in his Sunday school class, about what the name means. And I looked at her name, her name means Leola, her name is Leola, and it means warrior.
Wow.
And I told her that's what you are. I said, when you sit and raise another man's kid, your cousins, in fact, that and the kids don't know. The kids found out when they were grown and their uncle decided
Wow.
to tell everybody and this and that. And so one of my twin nieces that we're both close, but there's one that's like, oh, auntie Rose. She's like, is this true? I said, you're talking mom. And he never wanted, she wanted to tell them when they were teenagers. He told her no, it's not her place to tell them. You know, he sat there and cheated on her and this and that. He called her stupid. He would sit there and have his sister come over and talk to her any kind of way in her house, and he would not fit her.
Wow.
Nothing in the world.
So that's why the psychological damage is so greater than the physical.
Yeah.
Because if you survive the physical injuries, they heal, but it is the psychological ones that last the longest and does the greatest amount of damage.
And that's what you're like, what do you do? And I would talk to her, and I always told her, because I never wanted her to be, you know, hey, that sister, you believe him, you this, you that, and then say a few weeks ago, later on, you're okay.
Yeah.
So you told me such and such. So I can do that. I always told her, you know what? Whatever you decide, I have your back no matter what. We're gonna go through this as well.
But you were there for her. You were there for affirmation. You were there to keep her going. You know, you gave the best that you give to her, and that was awesome.
And I sit and I tell her, and I would say all the time, it was not making me get in Texas. Because at that time, I was probably doing.
Yeah.
Because I would have went over there and I would have went off on that man about my sister. But me and my sister were close to that one.
Oh.
Treat her like that.
Yeah.
This woman took care of everything. He is illiterate. He can't even read. She thought she could get jobs. Everything, took care of her kids that aren't hers, treated them like they were hers, and nobody never knew.
Wow.
Those that were close in the family, and you sit and treat her like this.
Wow.
And then you leave her and go be with a 26-year-old. And she catches you. Because I remember one day we were sitting, and I said, you know what? I can't fast what you did, but we can fast on this. And that's what we did. And part of my prayer was, whatever he is doing, because he would leave 10 o'clock at night, not come back. And he would be in the park sometimes, and he would tell me she can't go because the minister. So if you're a minister, why can't your life go with your minister?
That's right.
You know, the city, getting your family ready before anybody.
Yes, yes,
else.
yes.
So to get them ready, so that they'll be right when they go out.
Right.
She can't come to me with any of those, none of that stuff. And that was one of my prayers, that whatever he's doing, like, because I mean, in my spirit, I know right. I know he's not. And one day she left work early because it was slow, and she loves garage sales. She said, no, some said, go home. Don't go to the garage sale. She went home, he was talking to some girl on the phone, and he could decipher what he was saying. He was like, I spent last week with you, and I spent time with my grandkids and this, and he never knew she was in the room. She sat there and listened to the whole thing. And then when he got done, she was like, oh, I just told her to say that. No, it wasn't. Because if you knew she was in there, you would have said all this stuff.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, she thought that, you know, and I said it, and he said, I'm kind of glad, you know, I'm gonna say it out of the water. Lord, see my sister. Not now, but then, you know, I said, and I thought about it, everything is good. She's not in any pain anymore.
That's right.
What elements that she had. She doesn't have to go through this stuff with this man anymore. You know, she.
Yes.
Her heart.
She
I said,
did.
"You're good. It's time for you to come home."
That's right.
Took her away from all that.
That's
So
right.
that's a blessing, but it's just.
That is a blessing.
You know, she is messed about it, but she does not know it. She didn't know it at the time. She just.
You don't, because it was, yeah. And you know, it's sad, a lot of people, that's a really good point. Nicole, can you go give Rose a hug for me, please? I said you're gonna give her that. You know, that is just so true that a lot of people, they don't even consider it abuse because they just trying to survive. You know, they just, sometimes you don't know when it's so common and familiar to you, you just tend to minimize it. Or you just don't know. You just don't know what you don't know. Very good. Thank you for sharing that, Rose. Thank you for sharing that part. So let's go. What time is it? Is it for our break, guys? You said, Okay. Okay, you guys want to take a break? You want to come back in 10 minutes? Okay. Sorry, ladies, I'm gonna have Nicole to read some of the highlights on the facts. My headache just went up to the next notch, going to a migraine. I'm trying to make it calm down. So we're gonna talk a little bit more about those facts and the statistics. I know that 50% of victims of domestic violence that die in heinous ways are pregnant women. They're not just murdered, but they're murdered in a horrific way.
Nicole?
Huh? Is that, she's what?
Nicole, Bob, can you come here for a minute?
So, Washington State was the #1 state for sex trafficking because of Canada. And who else was it? It was Washington, Texas. I think it was.
It's on the border.
Yep, on the border.
Rio Grande. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of Mexican girls are sex trafficked across
Yeah.
the border, like coyotes and stuff, with promises of, you know, if you come and you make money, we'll bring your family.
Yeah. And then.
Texas and Arizona. Arizona is one of the highest.
Oh, that's what it was. I knew it was.
For kidnapped children. Did you know that?
No, Arizona?
Arizona is one of the top states for missing children.
What? I did not know that. I know that now we've done some work. And so now we identify as the third country.
Yeah, we have a lot of missing and murdered individuals.
Yes.
We have a lot.
Minority women, yes. They always assume that a minority women are runaways or prostitutes, you know.
Or alcohol.
Yes. And then one of the things that they looked at too is a lot of minority women don't swim. Especially African American women. They put them in the water, you know, it was always taboo because of oftentimes bringing them over in the ships. The water was not something that Black kids or we couldn't afford to put anybody on swim unless you hope you got some food on your table. And so when they would jump in the water from Canada, they drowned or they wouldn't jump because I don't want to, you know.
So a lot of people that were coming here during slave days.
Yeah.
Actually, that was their other option.
Yeah.
They decided instead of coming.
I'd rather die. Exactly. Just let me die because I'm not going on it. Another thing I found out too is they went and they tricked the kings and queens to get their children and told them they was going to educate them.
Mm-hmm.
And they made them slaves. And then another thing is the white women that were married to the Southern men were abused too. They were abused because the women would confront them. That baby look like you. They knew that their husband was going there sleeping in a slave house. And so they would abuse the wife, and the wife would abuse the slave women in the house, and they ain't got no power. But she was, because husband, and then they would kill the black man if they caught her sleeping. If he caught her sleeping with the white woman, because their husband wasn't sleeping with them. They were sleeping with them.
I wanted to share something with you guys. There's a free webinar. And it's, I shared it with Nicole already, but you guys can register for it. It's a conversation with the experts, intimate partner violence and suicide risk.
Good one.
So,
When is it?
it's the 20th.
What?
Okay.
So,
Okay, I got one.
It was really good.
My phone. Can I get it?
Go ahead.
I found my phone. Where's my phone?
Give you the ice cream. We got the data. Yeah. I'm sorry. Okay, so nearly 1/4 of women in the United States, more than 12 million, will be affected by a current or former partner sometime during their life. 40% of husbands complete their wives' dues 3 or more times a year. According to the FBI statistics, 9% of women who were murdered in 1990 were killed by a husband or partner. It is estimated that 52% of people murder victims were killed by a current or former partner. That's scary. 14% of ever married women reported being raped by their current or former husband.
Every what?
14%.
You know that's bad. That's low.
Of ever married women. They reported. That's what they reported. Being raped by their current or former husbands, and rape is a significant or major form of abuse in 50% of violent marriages. Okay, clinical studies underscore the prevalence of domestic violence in relationships, repeated trauma, and consequent medical and psychiatric problems. More than half of all non-fatal assaults result in injury, and 10% of the victims require hospitalization or emergency medical treatment. 75% of married women identified in a medical setting will go on to suffer repeated abuse. 75%
of battered women will go on to repeated patterns of abuse.
Yeah. So if you're on the hospital, go right back to the burn.
Say that again?
75% of women who go to the hospital leave, they go right back to their partner. According to various studies, battered women may account for 22% to 35% of women seeking care for injuries in emergency departments. The majority of women are seen by medical or other non-trauma services. 19% to 30% of injured women seek emergency departments. 14% of women in ambulance care. Internal medicine is 28% battered at some time. 25% of women who attempt suicide. 25% of women utilizing a psychiatric emergency service. 23% of pregnant women seeking prenatal care. 45% to 59% of mothers of abused children.
Wow.
And 58% of women over 30 years old who have been raped.
Wow. What you said? What's that last one?
58% of women over 30 who have been raped.
58, that's more than half. And guess what? It's probably more than that. It's
probably higher.
Total, yes.
Right, that's just reported.
Did you know that cultural barriers, you don't tell,
Right.
you know, and you got people of color, you know, that typically have those cultural barriers where we don't talk about our family shit. Yes. And working with Koreans, they be tripping sometimes. I love when somebody that bitch do this. I speak each time, and I'd be like, blah, blah, and she'd be like, I forget you are sensitive. And I'm like, oh, Miss Sue. And then they say, but you think you still Korean? Because I'm growing up Korean food. I'm like, and then Mr. Lee actually came up to me, Dr. Lee, one time before Memorial Day this year, and he said, I want to thank you. And I'm the hugger, so you know.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh,
He did
and he told me thank you.
Oh,
Teach me how to have fun in the office.
wonderful.
Like him.
That's so cool. He means that too. He's a really good guy. They're really good people.
Yeah, they are.
Wow.
They're not huggers.
They're not emotional at all. Yeah, their heart is there, but that's that part of the culture. Very good, thank you. So, any more data? We're gonna share the Rihanna story. It's in detail.
Is this when Chris Brown bitter and Peter up?
Yeah.
He bitter. I guess what do
Wow.
fight someone?
So, did you read all the data? Is that all?
Yeah, I'm the first, yeah.
Okay. This video is about 23 minutes long. Take your notes, I got questions for you. And after she's done, homework assignment. I want you to find, what's that girl? What love got to do with it? What's her name? What love got to do with it? What's her name? Tina Turner. I need you to view that video.
What was I doing?
Yeah, Tina Turner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I.
I need you to view that. They got a real good, very detailed, has a lot of information.
They have a, you about the movie?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You want to watch the movie?
Huh?
Watch what's got to do with it.
Yes.
Well, it's a biography. It's a biography for life with Ike. And Ike was a dirty, dirty dog.
Yes, he was.
He was a dirty dog.
Yes, he
He
was.
was in the burning bed, dude. I'm telling you.
I
He ended up in the burning bed.
know that's right.
There's a really good blue movie about victims that's on Netflix. I haven't watched it yet, but I was doing research. It's called The Maid.
The maid.
Oh!
Oh,
Okay,
to be honest, a lot of my friends have said some of them could not watch it. It was too much.
Really?
My friend said she watched the whole series in like a day and a half. She was
Yeah.
stuck on it.
And some people said
Really?
they got triggered, they had to crawl in their bed and stuff.
What? How long is it? How long is it?
I'm not seen it yet.
It's a season.
I
It
haven't.
just came out so right.
Episodes, yeah.
See, that drive me crazy. I want to stay the whole time. Yeah.
Should I better watch this thing?
Okay.
Should we watch that?
So, ladies, after this, do we watch that?
At home. It's too long. Too many.
No, I mean, like,
Oh.
nobody's seen it.
Huh?
Nobody's seen it.
See what?
The
The
name.
Maid.
Yeah, but what I want you to do for Tina Turner, you deserve it in a whole different.
She said, we're going to see it. We wasn't about to do it, huh,
So bad. You are so bad. Well, you know what? You can watch it. You can watch both of them if you want to. It's up to you. That's fine. I'll get entranced in it. I hate those series because I can't sleep. I'll be up 2 o'clock in the morning shaking because I'm so tired trying to watch stuff. After this movie, we're gonna take a dinner break. Go ahead and start it, honey. I can't hear nothing.
I want to talk a little bit about sense of humor around spring 2018 and beginning to this conference. And let's talk about these amazing kind of immersive experiences that we had at the World Elections. Mr. Baccarello took us to the Eiffel Tower, we were in gardens, we were in Italian castles and everything. And I think that everyone who experienced it, we all showed one of the sort of exhilarating highlights of that incredible move across moment, just about earlier. But certainly, kind of electrified the week. What's your thinking behind that collection?
Well, the Spring Summer 18 collection was a very wide competition and fusion of two very
Can we fast forward to a story?
of the sport world.
Because I'm not interested in that part.
And together, I think
It's a way to do the all students.
before you even see that, you're already in an environment that creates the world. Kind of start telling the story, but I think it's important that the right polls are showing in the right way.
What brought you back to New York about show? Because it was a speaking of and Joseph, and earlier Wednesday, leaving New York as the word shows. What brought you back to New York?
I'm gonna stop video.
Right, we don't like to do that. Okay, with a matter of thermal or fancy beauty is, that just dropped.
Just fast forward a little bit.
Okay. Right in the middle of everything, and it's incredible that it has to be there, but, I mean, I love Paris,
Yes.
New York.
How old is she now? How old is she? She 30?
30s now.
Okay, but yeah.
I love Rihanna. I don't like her makeup. I bought some. Yeah, it's another name, good one.
So while she's getting that, Rihanna meets the criteria of what the world called beauty and acceptance. She's a star, she's young, she's beautiful. And with all her supposedly perfection, she still became a victim of domestic violence. Do you know how many victims have to deal with to say that they're not pretty enough? Their husband talk about their body, their boys talk about their body. I say I ain't gotta do that, that's an excuse he uses. Because I've met some of the most beautiful women, ain't got nothing to do with looks why somebody abuse you. They abuse you because they want to. Ain't got to do with your age or your size. They just want to because they ain't comfortable with their own self.
Insecure.
There you go. Say that word. Insecure.
They want you to feel like them.
They want you to feel, and afraid you're going to find out who they really are and leave them.
Control and power.
There you go. Another power and control
And usually
tactic.
people that are like that is because they don't have control of their own self.
That's right.
Their own mind.
And a lot of abusers threaten suicide. And, you know, most victims are not deviant. They're not deviant personality. They don't want to feel responsible for that man dying, even though they hate how he's treating them. But they get the con in the stand because he threatened suicide.
I know I was kind of that one time when I did it. Go ahead and say something. I mean, because
Yeah. You do the talk like, yeah.
Like, peace out. You write the letter, I'll make it happen. We'll just act like you did. With a little bit.
Males tend not to go straight there, but she went straight there. Is she gonna say, okay, go ahead. Is that the, well, I can't hear anything.
Sorry, she is breaking her silence for the first time since we saw that picture of her so bloomed and battered last February. Tomorrow she will describe in detail what happened to her with Chris Brown, and by a few weeks after she decided to go back to it, it was a mistake, she says, and sent the wrong message to so many young girls enduring the same.
Yeah.
So successful, so powerful, so bold. Once a little girl from the tiny island of Barbados, she had dreamed her way into one of the biggest careers in music. Starting at age 16, Rihanna would have more #1 songs than any other artist in this decade. A multi-million-dollar bank account, endorsement deals, a fashion star. And then one night, the equally famous boyfriend, Chris Brown, beat her so badly, the whole world was shocked to discover it was a secret life. The honest is, she was ashamed, unwilling to speak until now. Those of us who.
There go that word shame again.
So strong.
I am strong. This happened to me. I didn't cause this. I didn't do it. This happened to me, and it can happen to anybody. There are a lot of women who experienced what I did, but not in the public. So it made it really difficult. I just felt like, oh my God, here goes my little bit of privacy, just be exposed. It's something that nobody wants anyone to know. So it made the whole world knowing.
Why are you ashamed?
Because I didn't want people to think that that's the kind of person that I fell in love with that person. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing that that's the type of person.
Can you pause that for a second? What is the most critical part that a victim struggles with? Shame. This woman got money rolling all over the place. Have established herself. She ain't got to reprove herself. Some of us folks don't even know who we are. So, but yet shame is such a deadly, dangerous spirit. She's feeling shame. And what she said, she's a victim and she act like she did it. Victims always blame themselves.
That's right.
Remember I said, when you marry somebody or meet somebody, date somebody, you get two gifts. Remember I said what's in his hand? Everything that she's seen that she liked about him was in his hand. All the awesome, the talent, handsomeness, whatever she's seen and she got from that was good, it's in his hand. The attraction, all those attributes. I tell victims, it don't mean that your perpetrator don't have no good attributes. They do. So you're not dumb and stupid. That what you seen, yes, was true. It's just that you got this other hand. This hand is all the stuff that he brought with him that he ain't dealt with, that he inherited through childhood trauma, whatever, they never dealt with. You get that too. But what happens is most people ain't gonna tell you that on the first date. And some women don't be abused a whole year of their relationship. And so it's difficult to deal with that trauma because you are caught up in how good he is to me, what he buys me, what he does to me. That's what I tell people. I have my victims, I say, I need you to write down. Give me a piece of paper. I have them to draw a line through the right between the paper. On one side, tell me everything that you adore about this man. Write that down. And then write everything that's impacted your life. I said, because one thing that don't change is what? Facts. Your emotions change, but the facts will always be the same. Go ahead.
So far in love, so unconditional that I met back.
On average, I think it takes a woman 7 times before she leaves.
8 actually.
What she said?
And I don't want that to happen. That's not what I want to teach people. But again, people, I'm a human being, and people put me on a very unrealistic pedestal. And
another point.
all these
Expectations.
are not perfect.
Yeah.
Also, it's pretty natural for that to be the first reaction. It's completely normal to go back.
Pause.
Start learning to.
Pause for a second. Why is it normal to go back? Why?
Familiar.
Not just that. Why? Why is it normal to go back? Come on, pretty smart ladies. Y'all brilliant. for a woman to go back?
It's gonna change. Go back.
Yes, that too, but something else. Yes, that too.
He's gonna take care of her.
That too. Start with an L. Start with an L. Thank you. Stop telling victims to hate their perpetrators, because you set them up to fail. They love them. They don't love the abusive part of them, but they love them. And like she said, I'm a human being. And I never tell my victims to hate the perpetrator, because that don't help them. It continues to cripple them when you tell them to hate the perpetrator. You make them feel like, wow, it's crazy. No, you never wanted the abuse. That part you never wanted. But you wanted what he brought that was beautiful. Because at one time it was beautiful. It was amazing. It was exciting until you got that other side. And I tried to tell him, you weren't born with him. You met him. All the time victims feel responsible for him losing his job or especially if he's a minority. Well, we understand more of the minority struggle, society is hard on them. But when you love somebody, like you said, when you have that what she said, what she said? No, she said something about love. She said sacrificial love. You do that when you love somebody. It don't make somebody stupid because they're trying to fight for their relationship. It makes them human. And the one thing the victims don't get tired of hearing is, girl, I don't know, if that was me, I wouldn't be. You ain't her. You haven't walked her walk. You don't know what she's been through. And stop damning her for loving him. Because she can't make a decision if you making her feel like she gotta hate him. Because she's struggling trying to hate him, and that's not who she is. I said, love him, but deal with the facts. And know your boundaries. Know what you can handle and not handle. Because hating him is not gonna free you. It'll be more bondage. Go ahead.
The minute the physical wounds go away, you want this thing to go away. This is a memory you don't want to have ever again.
Tomorrow, she will tell us what happened, left her so bloody, bruised, battered, and why she went back, and what other girls she hopes will hear.
When I realized that my selfish decision for love could result into some young girl getting killed.
Pause. What is that? Pause. What is that? Thank you. What do you feel guilty for? That ain't selfish, that's human. We keep trying to put people in this guilt trip for being human beings. But immediately she took on that responsibility. Myself, you weren't selfish, you were a young girl who fell in love with somebody who abused you. You didn't fall in love with the abuse, you fell in love with the good part. We have to give people affirmation and clarity because women can't survive that. The guilt and the shame is torturing. And it's so blinding that when they leave it, they'll find somebody else just like them. Or worse, yes ma'am.
And then they think they can fix it.
Yes. Or they'll minimize the other one. My sister minimized her first husband because he beat the slop out of her. Gave her horrible physical wounds. The second one just destroyed her, tried to kill her psychologically and emotionally, but he never touched her with his hand, but his mouth was the most deadliest. Go ahead.
It'd be easy with that part. I couldn't be held responsible for telling them go back. Chris, even if Chris never hit me.
Look at her eyes. Look at her eyes, guys.
That they
See her eyes? No, keep going. I supposed them to see the eyes. Keep on.
won't, who's to say that they won't kill these girls? And these are young girls. I just didn't realize how much of an impact I had on these girls' lives until that happened. Until that happened, it was a wake-up call. It was a wake-up call for me. Big time. Especially when I took myself out of the situation. And I'll say that to any young girl who's going through domestic violence. Don't react off of love. F love. To come out of the situation and look at it third person. And for what it really is, and then make your decision. Because love is so blind.
And we'll have more.
I'm not gonna say forget about love, because what you do is, then you put all men in that category. No. You didn't do anything wrong for loving him. He did something wrong for abusing the love. It's not your fault, but women still take that blame. You see her eyes, she trying to make the tears not come, it was watering up. Because somebody went off on her, some ignorant person, because she's a celebrity, her being a human. What did she say? Nah, I really don't have it. A little bit of privacy I have, I really don't have it now. Because people gonna penalize her. She ain't responsible for putting out the men, beating them and killing them victims. She's not responsible for that. That's not her fault. She a victim of the same system that the women are victim of. She just happened to be well known. But people will still try to project blame on the victim. No matter what she can never be free, because somebody always come up with some reason why she should be ashamed, why she should be guilty, why she should be blamed. Like she did it to herself. Like she walked in and knew, okay, I'm going to this man because he's going to beat me up. And I know it's going to happen. It is so ridiculous.
Yes.
And no matter how smart you are, this ain't got to do with smart, it's got to do with the heart.
That's right.
This is what love feels like. It's a human being. That's why it don't discriminate, no matter how much money you got, how smart you is, how intelligent you are. It don't matter. You're a human being.
You're going to be affected by it.
Exactly. Go ahead. This is the last one.
Her love life is unlikely, could not have no action. An exclusive interview, and of course, the full interview will be tomorrow night on ABC's 2020 at 10 o'clock Central. And weigh in on it, if you will, and so the show ABC.
But she felt ashamed. You know, she is a strong woman, and it's so true how people go back time and time and time again.
And she's been explaining more and what you're thinking and saying to yourself, and most of the moment that she was fully what she was doing.
Is that it?
Yeah.
So, because a woman is abused, that do not make her weak. It makes her human. But how we deal with victims, it's so sad. You think we get it, we still get stuck. Family members say, "Oh, I told you he was a dog." That is the last thing they need to hear. You don't stump somebody when they're already down.
Yes.
They already been stumped.
That's right.
God told you so, don't you?
Thank you. I don't need that. What's it gonna do for me right now? Nothing.
He'll cut you off,
Thank you.
right?
And guess what? That's what he wants.
And you further isolate.
There you go. Thank you. So let's give an affirmation. I'm going to, and then we're gonna go to dinner for 30 minutes. Christina wasn't here with the first one. So what we're gonna do now is, how we gonna do this one? Thank you. So I'm gonna have Christina. Nicole, I need you to go to Christina and tell her something that you really like about her. Rose, I'm gonna have you to go to Kadisha and tell her something that you really like about her. Oh, Mom, you here too, huh? I'm gonna go to Lori, and Mom, I'm gonna send you to Nicole. Is that who did it? Okay. So everybody got it. Oh, Kadisha. Huh? What?
It's in the-
Okay. Oh, she's come to you. She'll come to you, Mom. Okay. So after you receive your affirmation, then you turn around and give it to the other person. I guess I'm going to Lori.
Okay.
Hey, girl.
So beautiful. You're so strong, you're so funny. You're free. And I love it.
And what I like about you, Dr. Gray, is that you represent what I feel more of as a strong black woman. Who is empowered, who is empowered, bountiful. Good. I love him many, many years, and I took myself. I let other people dictate what else I do. And now I take it on. Yeah, I like that.
Oh, Jesus, that really touched me. Okay.
I did, I'm not very perfect, but it is definitely not perfect.
I know, amen, amen, yes.
I have to talk to myself.
Okay, on that note, you guys, we're going to lunch. I mean dinner. No, you're right.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you did tell me. Okay. Okay.
Is it okay? I'll back okay now.
Are you asked to do something?
I was sitting down over there because I left my medication at the house.
Oh,
So while y'all was in here, I was sitting on the lounge couch. Knocked out of it.
and she woke you up?
Yes.
Do I know how much tonight when I get home?
What you have to do that?
The maid?
I'm gonna watch it with my husband.
It's on Netflix.
You gotta watch, Bridgerton too. Bridgerton? Me and my husband watched it yesterday, the whole thing. Bridgerton, really, it's called Bridgerton on Netflix. It's on Netflix.
Ooh.
Bridgerton, yeah, it's good.
Adrian.
What kind of people do you like? He doesn't, I'm not cooking.
Okay, I like with something.
Oh, that's fine, hold on. Maybe olives? Olives? You like olives? Yeah. Mushrooms? Yes. Onion? Whatever you want.
Hey, I'm in class. Just FYI. And every year. What's up, sir?
Yeah, it's a 6 minute way.
Yeah, you can. What's up?
Okay, I would like to.
Who are you mad at? Oh, yes.
Mushroom, olive.
So she cut you off from the kid, the mom did, the grandma.
Secrets, SEAGRADE.
Okay. Okay, this is what you do. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, there's ways to catch the cat. You put out the cat's litter box. The cat. Oh. So put out some tuna.
Oh, I know.
So just keep doing that.
Okay.
But yeah. She'll let you see the kids again, don't worry. You know she is.
If she got the kids pretty soon, if they don't take the kids pretty soon.
Her house still burning.
She still has and confused her, keep the Bible, the fucking ice, and ice cream, like the breakfast. You know what? It's all good. It's all good. I said, God don't like it, but guess what?
Well, you know, Dee Dee, you.
I say, so if I don't get to see him, maybe you shouldn't be able to see him either. That's what I wanted to say, but she hung up the phone on me.
Why should
That house is a mess.
Then Dee Dee, call somebody. Call somebody. You see it, call somebody. Call somebody. They can go over to Papa or Serena. Them kids deserve better.
You can sit down with that, and down with that, make sure that house is always.
Why is he still not allowed to go home?
Because he's got to come to work. I got it moved last night. I got it moved. They weren't supposed to park in there.
Well then, this is what needs to happen. Nathan needs to go to UPS and ask for his children to be removed and placed with other family. Before they go into the foster care system. Before they go into foster care. If nothing changes, nothing changes. People would sit here and talk shit and claim all this and talk shit and not do nothing physically. And then who are they harming? They're harming one another, and the kids are just still stuck in a bad situation. Didi, if you see it, you gotta call them. They don't talk to you anyways. And if you feel the kids are in danger,
Just had to have him show me what this week.
who cares?
I don't get a family coming to my fucking house and start shipping. They already started shipping,
What's your address?
but it's all good.
I'll call.
Because it's all good, because you know what?
Mary needs to call. Somebody needs to step up. Everybody sit here and talk about fear and all this shame and everything, but the reality is ain't nobody having the courage to do something about it. And the kids are still there struggling and suffering.
House is always a mess.
No. Mary needs to do something.
She married Mary, she went and married her secret, that's right. You just want to come with that, but yeah.
Well, then Mary needs to call CPS and have her grandkids removed.
I want to see my grandkids. Mary's frustrated, I guess they did, I don't know.
No.
Mary's supposed to come back later.
Somebody needs to call CPS, or one of the babies actually really get hurt and die. Okay. Nothing like stuff in your dick.
All
All right, I love you too. Don't make these rules.
Take it home. I made some chili.
Girl. You want one of these?
I'm good, I got this right here.
You want one of these?
I said, you want to take it home, and eat my chili, I want some of the sugar, like, you know, like that.
Boy, if you can do it, no problem.
Oh, no, I don't do it. I just got these acrylic nails that look so pretty, but they're not functional.
Exactly, and drop some coins on the floor, try to do that, especially in the grocery store.
I'm trying to find the credit card across the counter. All that.
All this to be cute, okay?
I'm doing it. It's just some salami and cheese.
You tight?
Huh?
You tight?
Yeah, I'm tired.
Can you?
Yeah, I'm tired. Yeah.
Oh,
It's pretty, I had my eyelash done for a while, but I couldn't go anywhere because I was sick for like 2 weeks with COVID. One of the girls I saved from her abusive boyfriend, she brought COVID to my house and never back. I was like, Lord Jesus.
That was your present?
I was like, thanks for the COVID. And God still like to work from home.
oh my goodness.
I think we can do that, you know.
And now they can't just in CPS, all separated.
I keep that. It's like you said, you got a lot of kids, I got a lot of kids that that's like my pastor's grandson, he got a program, his oldest daughter had it. She wants somebody to watch him. I watched him, we bonded, and now it's Auntie Rose, that, and she just had a little boy a year ago, just September. Auntie Rose, so it's just like Auntie Rose, and every time their birthday, I give him something. I'm like, okay, what's my baby want for his birthday? And at first, she was like, yeah, I need all this stuff. I said, excuse me.
You can't tell me what
That
you're
is
mine.
mine. That's to get off the phone and get back. And I thought she just was saying, I was like, what picture you want? I need to talk to picture so you tell me what you want.
My son asked me, he goes, Mom, do you love Warren more than you love me? And I couldn't. I hesitated. I was like, when you're grown, and he's looking at your baby, it's so different. And he said, he said, F you, Mom. He said, F you, Mom, you're wrong. But that's what you think, you know, my son, like, you know, Mom, you're wrong. You know, Mom, you're wrong. I love you too, but you're an asshole sometimes. That's the baby. He said, Mom, quit calling me baby. He is 10 years old, now I'm 13. I finally quit calling him baby. This is sick for her.
That's the only reason why.
And I said, can I still call you Doodoo? Because his nickname was Doodle Bud. And it got short to Doodoo. I know it's not a PC.
Oh, she's going.
But I heard him say, he said, yeah, but not in public. And I want to be like,
How you doing?
Better than everything.
Boy, you gotta lose my money. And yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I have 4 girls and, which I lost, 2 sons. I just recently lost a son. And then I lost, my oldest son, about 6, maybe 6 or 7 years.
tomorrow.
But mother 7.
That's a lot of children you got blessed with.
I think y'all, I really do. I got 4 daughters.
But I gotta go.
So far, they've done all of it. I had 3 sons.
Yeah.
I lost 2.
Yeah.
One.
The other stuff is
Okay, I'll just.
About 4. I lost my oldest son.
It was 11 of us, but I lost two.
So, it just, and just kids, when something like that happens, it's just like, you got one, you definitely miss it. It comes to mind.
I only have 3, my husband has 4. And actually what's funny
Yes, I
is
did.
my grandson is October 11. And when I got out of jail, they were like, me and my husband had a girlfriend. And my husband said, Amy has something she wanted to tell you. And I'm like, is she pregnant? And there was a joke, I was joking, because me and my husband are older. And he spoke the other animal kids, because he got fixed. So and he goes, well, I didn't tell you. And I go, well, it ain't ours. It ain't yours, and it definitely ain't mine. All right? And then my son called and he said, Mom, Jonathan wants to talk to you. I'm like, man, I just got out of jail. What's going on with all these people? And I went over and was standing in his friend's house with this little young lady who was very ragged looking. And very pretty. And I was like, oh. And she said, hi, Mom, I'm having triplets. I almost fell out. And I was like, you know what?
Jesus.
I said, I need to sit down. I need to sit down. This is the day before my birthday. You know, like, oh my God. October 11th, my grandson was born. October 13th, our girlfriend had her baby in Ohio, our ex-girlfriend. And they finally came to do a DNA test on my husband. And when I saw the pictures of the baby, I said, that's your baby. He said, there's no way. There's no way I'm this. There's no, I said, the baby look just like you. Your pedigree. Yes. That is she got blue eyes and her mama's black. And she white as hell, like you, white. She really white, a little white baby.
So did you do it?
Yeah, she got 99.93.
Wow.
For my husband to be the father of her child, yes. And then she's 2 days younger than my grandson. And we've had conflict, I'm sorry. Because they're like, well, because I was doing things, and every time I would do something good, she would be like, must be nice. I'm like, and then they call my husband a deadbeat. I'm really, really super protective. And I'm like, don't come for him.
Exactly.
Don't come for him because you're not gonna like the person that come out. Because she's not nice. I know who she is. That inside me, you don't want none of that. I tell you don't want none of the crazy that's in here.
I say I got a cute twin.
Yeah.
And you don't want her, I keep her alive.
And then her wife, because she married a gal, and she was like, I was like, it's my address. Matter back here, I'll fly to you. I'll fly you. I said, you might want to ask why I went to jail at that time. I said, I'm not your wifey out. I come knock you out, you don't care. I got a lot of conflict. I'm a very conflicted person. I have a lot of anger. I've been through a lot of shit. I'm like Woody in The Color Purple. I will put it on you. Then, we finally got good. And just this past May, I took my husband to go get his daughter first.
Oh.
How old is she now? She's 12. And we brought her home with us. And ooh, girl. No, it took it took Jesus and everybody else on my side. We were sitting in their house. And I smoke medical cannabis. I have a lot of issues, and I'm a recovering heroin addict, so I don't do no medication. Because I know where it is.
Exactly. Right.
And they handed that baby.
At 12?
And I said, what are you doing? Well, wait, what are you doing?
At 12?
Well, you don't cheat. I said, oh, no. Oh, no. I said, if it's a failure to thrive, if she's super tiny, you can get baby some CBD. Some CBD pills. You don't have her smoking. Ooh. Oh,
All right, so right back with you.
So we're gonna give her for Christmas.
Okay, later.
Well, I because I use my smart. And I told him that my husband gets some VA benefits, and that Sarah, as the only minor child, would be entitled to some. So all they see is more money, because they already get $800 a month if it's one child. And call it dead,
Exactly.
but I said, so he's taking these bigger things for his son's actually law school. But in order for Sarah to get anything, he's gonna have to be on our process.
Exactly.
That's what she said. I don't know. So we put it in our first. Oh, yeah. And then when she comes with her cousins, we not going to girl, she wanted to live with us. Look at girl. When the aunt sent me the pictures, I cried. And then I got angry. And I got angry, cried. I said, girl, I ain't never seen nobody have headlights like that in my whole life. When they ain't up her head.
Oh, yeah, you did her, you did her right yesterday.
So she went out for Christmas, like, I had to really be like, okay, my boss, you gonna do it this way, you do this way. Yeah, you know, it's benefits, and, oh, no, we need to have her on his dependency paperwork for the military, because he's getting out there, and God just got approved. He about to get a big backpack.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
And
that's.
he actually wants to be these pharmaceuticals.
Oh, wow.
Like, you know, so she
She
probably herself like, oh, yeah, we just about to get some more money. Oh, Sarah, I can get some money. They don't have no jobs. We want they sit at home and they're on their job for any jobs. So when the baby comes, and when she got like anyway, when she shot well, Sarah Ann said I was selfish. I was selfish and didn't tell her. I wanted Sarah to stay here because I love Sarah. But now I realize that I cannot love Sarah to death and give her unafforded opportunity. I love Sarah enough to stay at home. And I would help you. Her own sister and her grandma. The baby grandma. Said, we want you to take this child.
Because that's her, she closer to the baby than you, because that's her daughter's child.
Well, no, it's their mom died. So this is grandma. This is baby's great grandma.
Okay, great grandma, okay.
And she's like, I want you to get Sarah.
Okay.
And they're already in CPS dependency right now. They're not even home, they're home, but they're not in mom's custody, they're in the wife's custody. And at first I was like, well, so what do you think about, because I was like, they're not gonna bring you Christmas. I said, I'll bet they do.
You gotta be.
I made it happen.
Okay.
And they said, she's coming to Christmas. Are you going to get her? No, she's fine. She's 13 now, she can fly. And we flew her home when she came up. But, you know, they were like, I was like, man, and then the girl at the end, she was like, I saw the text between Amy and your husband when Amy was pregnant. I said, I'm gonna tell you again, honey, don't come from her. I said, shame on you. Shame on you for bringing up past that you weren't even involved in. This is before you ever even was in the picture. I said, you gotta remember his mindset. He was a fixed man. He's a grandpa, and this girl that he got off of a jack line or whatever had a baby. And he was like, you think putting shit on me? You know, he didn't know he could have children. He didn't know he could go back.
Yeah.
I said, so shame on you. I said, that's why he's saying, well, you know, I don't think he's 50 feet around these girls. You try to kill somebody in prison. Now what? I said, we all got that. Please don't do that. I said, please don't do that. Now, back to what we're talking about. And she said, so okay, so the years that you get it for Christmas, you only get out the summer. I said, so that would be this year, right? I said, because she came with us and was supposed to spend all summer, and y'all, they had to come back early because they didn't want to do it with us.
Oh, no, she's the babysitter. Oh.
She's the babysitter. She wanted to keep her occupied.
Oh, wow.
But they lazy. So When I heard, the kids were at CPS, I said, so, Sarah smoking again? And then the sister said, no, I do baby girls. Allie did them. Sarah did. But Allie's been smoking weed since she was 7. With her mom and her wife.
Wow.
It is, so we call her daddy. The grandma called her daddy. They call us. So when she comes for Christmas, I'm even gonna go as far as to buy round trip tickets so that they don't lose something. And when baby girl get here, she always gonna have her road and she'll share her with the girl. And you know what? My 18-year-old. That's she's my bonus friend. She's Warren's half sister. Warren's my only blood grandchild. His half sister is Aurora, and she was taken from her dad. Her mom abandoned her. My grandson's mom is challenged, very challenged. You know, and she's like, bring it on, bitch, no. I said, I look behind me. Because she's like, and I said, my son pushed up the door guard, and he pushed her downstairs. And he said, run! Run down! And he said, he's like, Mom, and I'm just like, what did she say? Like, I was shocked. I was like, did she really tell you to bring it up? I said, oh no. Which way she run? Which way she run? My son was like, Mom, I'm not letting you go out. I'm not letting you go out the store. He said, Mom, don't I don't let that butcher run. Did you go that way? He said, Mom,
I think so, yeah.
What?
Kanisha.
She went with Mrs. Day.
Well, you know, somebody. She on first one, other guy, so she did her mental disorder, the first one.
Wow.
They're like, here's your check.
It's serious, they go to a program.
Here's your check.
Take a minute.
All right. You gotta go. Oh, no. But, you know,
They children.
yeah, so my grandson is very loved. Like, when I got the stimulus money, you know, my son's like, I need a car. I go, what you need and what you gonna get is 2 different things. You don't wanna quit your job, shit, I'm still working, I don't care. I said, the babies are getting Xboxes. What? I said, matter of fact, they get Xboxes. Hey, Aurora, you wanna go up on a computer for yourself? I'll go ahead. He was like, Mom, I'm on a PlayStation. I was like, you want what? I said, don't you guys want the pawn shop? Can I get you in there? He was like, Mom! You want my kid Brandy? She gonna give me goose gun? I said, but wait, you told me that it was their stimulus money. Where's yours? Yeah, my son, but he don't want to. You know, I mean, God gives us what we're supposed to handle, and sometimes we can't see that.
Exactly.
There are definitely times when you cry out against me. You be like, man, why don't you pay me? When I was 12, I was super angry with that. I said,
And he didn't do it.
I know, but I was like, but I had no clue. I mean, my father had died. My stepfather was abusive. He was molesting me. My grandfather was molesting me. And I was like, yeah. And then my baby cousin died, and I was like, I looked at my aunt and I said, where's your fucking God? She was like, what? And I was like, I can barely show God now. You're the most holy, wrongest person I know. And your baby died at 29 days old. Where is your God? I was very, very angry. Very angry.
you know?
I was too, man, especially in my addiction, I'm over. I'm just glad I found out spirituality, because you need that. Need it. Oh, you should, because you're already like, whoever don't know, you know, this word.
You was a hot mess. I was her drug counselor.
She helped me through my recovery. It was awesome. They have a counselor who was real, because you know, oh, this lady's real. Okay, let me take my real. Yes.
It's about, you was able just to tell her where you are. And the Bible says, all have sinned and fell short.
Right.
There's nobody can, I was born and raised in Chicago. So can't nobody say it truthfully. I believe what the word of King James Version. I believe what that Bible said. So ain't no leader, nobody acting like you was born, and you dead. We all done something. And we need. God is a forgiving God. And different things we got to learn. Like so far as I know, because we mothers only know, Adrian, she's my oldest. She's the oldest daughter. But all my children are in church, And like I say, I recently lost a son this month and everything. But the Lord, before he got back to God, the Lord saved him. He chose to accept the Lord. And this is what parents is learning. I have to learn too. Just live the life of truth before your children the best you can. And if you make a mistake or you do something not right, just tell them and say, I'm guilty, I did wrong, I shouldn't have said that, I shouldn't have thought that. But please forgive me. Parents gotta learn that you gotta repent before those kids.
You gotta be vulnerable.
You see, you got to be. And that means to humble yourself. Don't act like that child, you done done it because you lied. You don't lie. So, don't, we done things that we don't want to tell nobody. But we learn to repent. And when that person learned, that young person, middle age, old, I'm old, going on 82. And, said, grandma done seen, great grandma done seen, and first thing they think is a man, been out with a man, or cow, or dog, or whatever. And you can sin without doing that.
Yeah.
So don't act like you something that you're not.
Oh, that's one thing.
Because you're gonna make a mistake.
They know.
If God with us, who can be against us?
And then another thing, you don't want to be a hypocrite. And everything, but you don't want to stay in front.
No.
You really don't, because we don't know where death is and when it's going to cause. And you don't want to die. Don't go there. No, repent, get down on your knees if you can, sit in the chair, bow your head, and ask God to forgive you of your sins. Be true to yourself. Cause it ain't no guarantee everybody gonna be there when you go on. We had somebody that passed, and I think if I see him, was in the bathroom, and she fell dead. So we don't know where death is. So it's important for you to repent, because it's not ha ha ha. When you get out here, you make the last breath, and you can't make yourself breathe. You already know you're gonna leave here. And may not nobody be in the house but you. You know, you gotta think about what the hell I'm doing. I ain't got nobody to laugh with now. This ain't funny. First I thought, something strange there. But when that thing become real to you, ask God if you got any breath in your body. Ask Lord, please, like the black woman told me, to ask you to forgive me. Forgive me for all my sins, because I am getting scared. Yeah, I see I can't get myself free. You try to make yourself breathe, and you can't breathe. So we don't know where death is. Who is the joke on now? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You do that because you're not thinking.
And you're supposed to be a witness, though.
And you don't let God, you know, he's warning you because he loves you. Whether you accept him or not, he loves you. But you've got to repent of your sins. You ain't going to heaven and after you die. Tell you where, no, you got to repent and ask God to forgive you of your sins. Absolutely. And I've been screaming around the house, and I can't hardly, and nobody's answering. It was a house full of people here. Not nobody. It just, things work out crazy sometimes. Think about what you're doing. Because that ha will take you to the same level. Because it ain't fun. It's your life. Yeah. Get that Bible.
Well, I was always about the fast life. Because of the neighborhoods. I lived in LA in the 60s and the early 70s. And it was definitely about flash. We lived in the projects, and then we came up here, and when I hit the streets at 14, it was all about money.
Yeah, I know.
Money. How am I gonna get a car? How am I gonna get a Yeah.
And it definitely was about money.
And then now I live in the country. I live in the country, and I got some chickens and some ducks, and I got farm fresh eggs and a garden. Like I got an office almost a horse. It should go big. It's go big. If you would have asked me in my 20s, where do I think I would be? I would not have said living on a farm. I wouldn't have. And I wouldn't have said I would be at peace either. But I am at peace because I have turned it over to my life. Because I know that I am a child of God. And it doesn't matter what I've been through or what I've done.
Yeah, Jesus, he gave up his life that you, me, all of us might have life. Him.
Yeah.
And God, for all of us.
Even though he's wearing the wrong mask.
Ain't nothing wrong with his mask.
It's the ram.
Yeah, you always wear wrong mask.
It's the ram. It's not He's concerned about his soul. Really. Yeah. He's concerned about his soul, and things like that. So people be talking about people's clothes. I used to be like that too. Yeah.
But I learned, no, it's about the soul. It's about the soul. So, it's a lot we're learning, but I try to encourage. I used to, but it goes for the men too, you know, encourage the women. I used to just hate to hear women cuss, and I still don't like it. But some women don't know how valuable that is to me, so you know, I learned to shut your mouth and just be a friend to her. You know, be a friend to, you know, and don't question because I don't really like to hear it, but that's okay. That, and as they get to talking, you know, they, you know, find out the way you feel about it is not the way they feel about it. Well, I know she gonna come back.
She said she knows she gotta come back, baby. Oh. She said she thinks she got lost. They got the wrong GPS on.
You get out of here. Get out of here and watch this thing. What's going
Yeah.
She didn't know.
And she said she was a girl from the phone one.
Okay.
She better not be lost.
You know,
She be lost in your.
I just know she was there on the golf cart.
Hey, okay. You said we still be Mark present. What present? Don't It's just cream cheese and garlic powder. She's doing the restaurant. And usually I put some green onions in it right now.
Yeah, cause that's like good, I mean, and that's all you stuck in there.
Maybe they had somewhere else to go. You know, sometimes, did she go with some other young people?
She would be a shot.
Keisha, yes.
Oh,
She needed Keisha to help her.
my baby's daughter's name is Tisha.
Yeah.
Tisha.
Okay.
It's really Tisha.
Yeah.
But we call her Tisha.
Yeah.
You know where her all is, huh?
That's good for your keto diet. Yeah, oat milk is, or almond milk, yeah.
I don't need to be at it, I'm go home, relax. Whatever.
Coffee.
Get up for you.
Am I taking the last step?
Nicole, you bring some more cups?
Okay, so who else wants coffee besides you? You want, tomorrow, you
That's your
want
girl
coffee?
right there. That's your girl, really?
I just,
Girl, you know, you didn't name cup for sure.
okay,
Not me.
you didn't want it? I didn't.
No.
You might put some water in there, some water bottle in there.
Two water bottles. But all that water I had that. No, in the conference room. That was the only water left.
I got everything in my room.
Drain it up, we drink it, open it and wait to drink it.
I need this.
Poured out, four of them yesterday.
They don't have
You know what?
coffee.
Yeah, let's go over there.
They just put it over there.
Yeah. She knows how much to do.
We make her a cup too, Christina, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
Well, you drink this type of drink.
What kind of coffee do you want? Just any kind of coffee?
You might have to get ready out from the staff lounge.
Well, decaf, do you have decaf?
Yeah, Folgers.
There's, I know, but it's supposed to be, that would be the Kirkland kind, but, Costco, that's just regular.
Pacific Gold,
So we go.
Kirkland, Pacific Gold.
Yeah, that's just regular coffee.
Well, I'm a diabetic.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm a diabetic.
What?
Diabetic.
Me too.
Okay.
I'm about to, you got to, yeah. I gotta go home and finish my repair.
I asked for this evening.
How long? Same line?
Hey, babe,
I didn't know I did.
to believe it or not.
Yeah, it's halfway done. The rest went home.
That's
Let me get it from-
Yeah.
so, it's really good to put in the home.
Okay.
You all- I'm just being honest, so I need to know what's happening.
It's okay.
I should have got that coffee.
Well, you're always, you told me you couldn't do my, braid my hair. I told you to braid my hair, you said I can't do my hair.
I can't cornrow. I cannot cornrow.
No, you told me you hooked me up.
I got some block braid for you.
It's not working for me.
I can do two for you.
You call me.
I put the water in, I turned it on.
Okay, so sometimes if you do it before,
Yeah.
then pop it up a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
That was the best thing. The kids all knew another day. I was like, yes.
I know, my kids,
Oh,
How many kids you got? Four?
yeah.
and then there was some-
How many you got?
How many you got, George? I got three.
Three.
2 girls and a boy.
Oh, is he the best?
No, he's old.
Oh.
I got a 30-year-old, a 27-year-old.
Well, about them before she comes. Before she comes.
And the policy thing, or procedure thing, I did that.
Yeah, I know, I didn't really,
Are we just still turning these books when we done?
well, no,
She keep talking about turning stuff in, I just wrote it all in one notebook.
yeah.
Because I know she.
And then I just got, oh, here you go.
Well, the one that you gave me,
Got it.
the one that you gave me too, I sent it to her. All to do is just create an official list file, just put it all in one file. For us.
I ain't typing for a day yesterday.
I know.
I tried to do it.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay, this is hot.
Yeah. It's been a.
And I even investigated what the services we love on the radio.
Did he give you a timeline?
45 minutes to an hour.
Oh,
Yes, it should be like minutes.
And then she's 24 and married to this girl, John. But they can tell me that somebody saw him on the beach and right.
Your whole story.
Moving, I put the water in.
Then I started thinking, well, she didn't come with her parents. She wanted to come.
Right.
So she's gonna need some advocacy for immigration if she decided to go. So I started investigating the community act, like I was already.
You know, I'm about to hurry you, I'm about to be my case, Debbie.
That's why, that's why, I started professor.
Did you hear about my?
It all like, it was county American, the old lady, I'm like, that changes up a lot.
I'm like, wow, okay.
Right, I'm like, wait.
Like, okay.
Probably don't have citizenship. Let's go with that. That's gonna be a cultural barrier. Because he's gonna hold it over her head, if you need me, you're gonna have to go back home. So I started. Immigration attorney.
Cause I want to get mine.
An immigration advocate, but I'm not find it all. I love this so much. But see, she didn't tell me this from house region.
Yeah, mine got custody of the child.
Hey, and the story continues.
They got custody, her husband got custody of the kid.
I used to walk
and
with that.
Korean culture. The man is down, brothers, everything, this, that, so it's like, okay, I'm.
Yeah.
Like, the signature, why they just saying, all that,
And then
have your undercover name,
And I'm glad because, one of my clients was here. Well, she became my client. When the parents just left. She was here, in a protection program. Like, we couldn't give out her information, it was written all over her chart. She was at the YWCA. And she was still getting high at first, when she first got from the treatment. She hadn't been sober in 11 years. She had lost a child. And then she got put on the trunk of the car, she got beat up, and left out there for 14 hours.
Or equal.
And her little boy ran down the road and called me out of her.
Sugar.
Sugar,
Planet Falls.
And some disturbed me.
He came out. He takes in, all the kids take dance class. She's now a nurse, or a CNA becoming a nurse. We're doing, there's a few that I keep
In your heart.
in my heart, and I form friendships with.
Yeah.
Kobe, one of them. Get a girl Heather, she'd be one of them. And then I got my little Cambodian son.
We were all in the same group too.
All of them. And then they bring in their relatives and they siblings. My brother, her mama brought her brother in and said, "You fix this one, you fix this one too." I was like, "You didn't like and then she said, "And we come over here, I'm bringing their daddy." And I was like, "Oh, no, don't bring your daddy." I said, "He's too old." I'm like, "Oh, but now people bring, like, I have JD, Chip.
But you can talk to him, because sometimes they'll listen to strangers when they listen to their own.
Nobody's in play. He's like, man, you look my sister up. Look at her. And I'm like, yeah, look at her.
Whatever. I don't understand.
And he's like, I'm like, I'll watch it. You know where they're at?
Well, we're upstairs,
Oh,
but I don't have a key to
and we in the front.
Both doors are.
Her brother doing way well. He was my first guy.
I was talking for a long time today.
He yells if the pizza people come, because they gotta come down and sign.
Okay.
Because, I mean, they don't know.
So knock on the door, but I'm going upstairs.
Okay.
Good night, girl.
Yeah, but I have people that bring family. Like, here you go, this Lori, take care of this.
Okay.
Well,
And our family.
right?
I wish I had brought my Bible. Because I want to tell you the scriptures you could give them. It's the 51 Psalms, 23rd Psalms. And Psalms is an easy scripture to read and to understand. And
Well, the first thing I do when I meet people, when I first meet, look, I just had like this assessment, and he hired this a young kid. He only 20. And he was on the phone Thursday. And my receptionist came back, she was, "Hey, this kid's on the phone. He's doing like 10 to 20 demos a day. He really, can you talk to him?" Yeah. And I got on the phone. And the first thing you do is you find out their name. You personalize. You give them their own name. And you say their name repeatedly, because now you built up a rapport. You have told them, "I see you. I see you, I'm here, there's no shame, there's no judgment. How can I help?" He called back, and an hour later he said, "Can I have that lady who's on the phone in my assessment?" And he came in and we did his assessment. And he's like, "I don't know." And I said, "Well, you ain't gotta come." I said, "But you do know that people your age are dying. You're dying, And what you're telling me makes me afraid for you. And I want you to know that it ain't gonna be perfect and it ain't gonna be easy.
Oh, it ain't gonna be easy.
I said, but I'm here to help you change your life. And at the end, you know, I had to do it, girl. And I walked in and he said, thank you.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You said she's right, bro.
This is spring. That's what happened. Thank you, sir. Then that was, I got it.
Is that 5 minutes for being another half hour, girl? You didn't know. Oh, I don't play this.
Well, we need it first off.
Nicole? Maybe she has one in here at the coffee tray. Hey, do you have?
She does it, you ask me for it.
Huh?
Oh, then nobody has it?
Yeah, they have it, I just get my mind out.
Do you have one and I can go make it?
Yes, I have one.
Okay, I'll make a copy, sweetie. Perfect.
Who you are and you're the one that says who you are and who they are.
That one right there.
I got it right here. Ladies, let me see, give me back. Let me show you. This one right here, yep. So what you're gonna do is you're going to. Yeah.
I did it that big class. I told you I'm an overachiever, OCD. Remember we talked about who we were before we met?
Oh, we did.
Yeah, we did.
But I just, sorry. Let me find who you were. Was it the best happened?
I'm sure that's it. All of them I have conviction.
Yeah.
And that's good. He saw someone who's very sexual in my conviction.
Yes.
So, and he's over me.
Yes.
Yeah, so, and that's why we had a girlfriend and he got a 12-year-old daughter.
I'll get back to the story, so very good. One of the things that when my husband and I used to go to universities like UW, City Tacoma, not City Tacoma, what's that? UW and PLU. I think that's the two.
Pacific Lutheran?
Yeah, Pacific Lutheran. And I went over here and spoke at this college over here.
Evergreen?
No, that's too good.
Yeah.
No.
TCT.
What's that big college downtown? Oh, this is the beginning. So I went, and when I spoke to them, one of the things that was the hardest to deal with is there was a therapist who started dating his patient.
This one?
Shut the.
You can't shut the door.
Stop. You who's laughing at me?
That's all. No, we laughing with you. It's better laughing behind your back. I'd rather you laugh in my face than laugh about me behind my back.
Okay, bro. So anyway, it was this therapist who started dating his client.
Oh, that's a big no.
So he started.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That's Fred. Did you see somebody in there? Ultimate vulnerability as a therapist. That's like Mary Kay Turner. That's the ultimate Fred. Even though she was a fucking woman. Mary Kay Turner, the one that's like her little student and married, isn't that okay? I don't need this, right?
I'm in excellence. Someone else comes up.
Anyway, okay. So anyway, oh, let my mom just look at it. She can look at the paper. That's about all she gonna do. Yeah, give one just to look at so she know what I'm doing. So he dated this. He was dating this client. And so, I forgot how I got out. Oh, now he was dating a girl. He was giving her Medicaid money. Oh, I forgot how I did all that. Yeah, what?
There's a girl who slept with her friend or she don't on.
So you date, of course, this is your client, and you dating her, and you manage her medication? That's like beyond. Yeah. And so what I often tell the person, college kids are going to the guys, probably graduate and everything. Kids, middle class or upper class kids, and they gonna change the world, and don't have any healthy boundaries with clients. They're very sexual, they're very, And so I said, wait a minute, look, I appreciate your enthusiasm. But if you don't do set healthy boundaries, and if you don't realize your clients, if you're the client and let's say start out really well, and you keep human, and you find yourself like, oh, I'm falling for this person, refer. Because you're human beings, refer. If you feel that there's an attraction with the client, you got professional all you want to, be human. Don't walk into an ambush.
Yes.
Get somebody to be with you, or get somebody, if you can't get anybody with you, refer that client to somebody else. Because what happens is, now the victim has came to a place of looking help, now she's re-traumatized by the therapist. Because now he's making sexual in the windows or putting me in bed with her.
That happened to my daughter. She went to a Christian counselor. He was making sexual advancements on her.
Yeah. And so
That made things worse than marriage.
Exactly. And so when I tell my clients before COVID and on Zoom, well, go put a shirt on. What's wrong with you? That's too much skin for me to see. Go put a shirt on. I allow something. Go put a shirt. What's wrong with you? Look, it's blown on.
And get up out the bed.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna, you see what I'm saying? You gotta get up out the bed. Remember the time I was in the shower? Yeah. He was in the shower, but the phone went onto the seat. And he was popping over the shower.
Oh, I said, what in the world?
I knew you went in no shower. But I got anxiety.
Or take me to the bathroom. We're doing it, you're supposed to be here.
He said, what? I said, for the time.
He said, what do you call me that for?
He called me. I said,
The baby stopped taking this to the bathroom.
thank you. And I said, look. I said, these are court-ordered programs, and ours are video. I mean, they're recorded. Yeah. I said, so you can't be able to put no clothes on. And so before COVID, the guy is coming in, with the white, I said, boy, go out that door, say, if you ain't got no shirt, you go home and get one, tell the waiter to give you a shirt, you come back, that's what he's doing that. I said, nah, little girl's coming to have me, I said, go to the phone, baby. I said, you don't get snatched, come happen to you on my watch. Now, yeah, go put the clothes on, but I know when the sun comes off, y'all take off the clothes. But not here, yeah, go put the clothes on.
Well, I have a moment there. I use like a broken clothing bag. I would go out.
Yeah.
I
She walked in and was trying to get his coat out. You know, the extra small coat. The hood, she had an extra small coat on. And some pants and everything. And she walked in, and I told her, I said, why do you let her walk past her like that? Why do you let her walk in? I said, you're like, I said, you don't let them walk in, you don't set them up in bed. Or he had a staff that may not be able to resist that. Yeah. You know, I said, after the show, she said, excuse me, ma'am, can you go get your clothing and put my hand?
No, honey,
You know, the camera with her, make sure
honey,
she.
just
I never,
try.
I said, no, I don't care, I don't believe you. But you come and take a video session, but you can't walk with. I said, baby, you got a whole lot of power right now. How many folks need to get some work done? Okay. I'm gonna just put all that out there. Let's go up there. And I'm all female, you gotta get the grades, I'm all female. I mean, you know, I'm heterosexual, what do you call it? But anyway, but the point is, you know, you have to let, and when I work with young women, I tell them, look, your face is a bonus. That's only a part of who you are. But when you've been so sexualized, you feel like you have to reveal what you have. And I remember my girl very often heard me tell the story about self-affirmation when I used to work with school district 15 years ago. I did parenting education classes for 11 schools in Pierce County. Pierce County. And so one of the things I did with the parents who was having a hard time with behavioral children is a program called Developing Capable People. And parents, they flood out. Oh, tell me how that bad, tell my throat. That little rebellion, you know. And so I was like, what do you mean I'm doing? I don't want to hear about. I used to sit down and have my own little child. What's up with you? So much confidence. Yeah, I said, it's also with you. I said, how well you love and respect yourself is going to follow the ways. Follow the ways. I said, so with this little sheet, and you guys done well, you were able to describe where you were in your life at that time, when you made the last acts of current part of where was happening. Here, let's spend a few minutes talking about where were your part, what was his strength, what was his strength, and what was it, what was the area of vulnerability with him at the end. Okay, and then we're gonna talk about enmeshment. Now remember, when you're talking, excuse me, y'all can't talk when I'm talking. Say, excuse me, I'll go over there, I'll text, because that's disrespectful. Okay? So if you need something, raise your hand, because you're in class, and then, or just go over there and have a conversation. Because then I get nosy and I forget what I said at my age. And I get remember where was I? Okay. So, what I need you to do, what I said. You're going to talk about the guys, right? Oh, remember what I said? When you first meet somebody, what do you get? What did I say? I've been saying it to people. No. You get what?
The attributes, the good part.
You get 2 hands full. And I'm just giving that a symbol, it's probably more than that 1 hand, but you get 2 hands full. The thing that you was attracted to, or attribute you see, yes, you got that. You're not stupid, you're not retarded. Yes, you can see. You did see what you seen. But this is where we got. This is where we get clogged, we get vulnerable. That other hand where the air of vulnerability. Some of you even see the red flag, but you minimize it. Because some guys are so extreme, is awesome in this area, that you can, I hate worse. And there's nothing that victims do often. victims will always compare their previous relationship. But what they do is, when you compare your previous relationship that was bad, well, at least he don't do this. Abuse is abuse. Well, he don't hit me. He cut me out every day. Yeah. Well, he asked me before he did. At least he asked. At least he wanted before he said. But I ain't no one up here. Abuse is abuse. You want to minimize it. And I want to have the room because they so relieved that he ain't doing the other guy did, but still suffering. Does that make sense? So, so let's talk about where was your partner. I want to know the strengths as well as the vulnerable areas or the weak areas or the trauma area. Where was he at when you met him? Because everybody described where you were, right? Especially just give me like 3 points. I don't need a whole, I don't remember. Where did you say where you were at when you met your partner? Just give me 3 things.
I was homeless, I was in my active addiction, and I was in and out of jail.
Thank you. So very vulnerable. Very vulnerable. Okay. Where were you at when you met your?
No, I was using harmony together there, but, I was alcoholic, I was permissive, and I was other.
Thank you. Where were you at when you met your?
I was, coming out of a violent relationship and then felt nobody wanted me. And so I was
Very vulnerable. Very vulnerable. Yes. Where were you at?
I was sitting in my daughter's basement apartment with my autistic granddaughter. And I was really, really involved. So I thought he was. Sorry. I was bisexual, I was a mixture for cancer,
Very vulnerable. You see that? So, very, very vulnerable. Now, where was your partner? Did you just leave it?
He had a job, he had a Harley, and he lived with another woman, so I didn't have to deal with it full time.
You the mama boy.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, now you gotta fix it.
He was California and he was about 7 months. I was 18.
You talking about my current? Like
The last year, the last partner ex.
Okay, well,
I mean, who was he? What 3 things about him?
okay, he had a job.
Vulnerable, I said vulnerable.
Wrong things about it?
Yes.
He was a alcoholic night that I didn't know about. He could say wrong before too. But that and then he had a lot of bad girlfriends. Prior.
What was he doing? I'm talking, yeah, not her.
Yeah, because he's like I said, he was a.
He made, so he made a bad choice.
Dysfunctional relationship.
Don't say the girlfriend was bad, you know, he bad. I'm just saying, I wanna focus on what was going on with me.
So you're talking about vulnerability, I didn't know that, so he was ex-military with PTSD, Vietnam War veteran.
Yeah.
He was in the BDSM lifestyle, bondage, discipline, sadomasochism.
Oh, wow, okay.
And he lived with his ex who had reverse roles with him in that lifestyle.
Okay, wow, very vulnerable, very vulnerable. Got it. So, where was he at?
He was depressed, mischievous, and something.
So you got it. Remember, when you come to a relationship, you are an individual. You bring these strengths that attract you guys to each other, and you bring these areas of vulnerability. But in that, familiarity comes, yes?
Which side of the table do you put that?
On this side, you gotta create space.
Oh, I did it wrong.
I didn't say you did, I didn't see it. All him and all.
Oh, this is him, and this is me?
This is my life, this is you.
Oh.
So now we're together. We got these strengths and we got these vulnerable areas. Now we are one, we connected, we in it, whatever we go. Now, what additional problems have you gained that could? So now, wherever you were, wherever you're at, you see how they squeezed down a little bit of good stuff you did there, but now you're more fragile than you was when you came in. What was that? What was the other stuff that occurred that made you, the way it became an enmeshment?
For us, it was running our own dungeon and having other purpose.
Vulnerable.
What made us do what?
More vulnerable. What is it?
When you guys enmesh,
Now you're together. And what additional problem occurred? Yeah, they
he has a baby.
What additional problem?
Yeah.
Him not realizing that he was an alcoholic. So when he issues that drinking alcohol, I'm trying to cover.
So it created more financial stress.
Exactly.
Right.
And we had 2 kids back. So there was more stress. We had to
So now getting too much business and financial stress. And of course, I'm relationship.
So since we were hustling together, so, we were getting high together.
Okay. So now I got a partner. They help me get better. It's still, it's enabling me to keep on doing because it's not. So hey, we can get really fine. And then you got these things.
Well, yeah, both prideful, so we were fighting.
Okay. Now I elevated anxiety, down reactive behavior. I got irrational thinking and impulsivity on my business. I'm really vulnerable. And these 2 little angels that were really to on top of it.
PTSD and alcohol. And I felt stressed because I was doing 3 jobs, because he was spending money on his car, and I was clearing them off.
So now we got financial stress, PTSD from without any help, and she didn't get but more stress adds to the equation. Question was, now you try with the first one, now where the more problems come from? Now, whatever you get a problem, now you gotta go. Yeah, that now it's guys together. What additional problems, what additional challenges you have? You could have got kids together, you could have got, more financial problems together, or, the relationship better or whatever. Okay, so, when I said, what was the problem? Yes, the problem, so maybe get kids at the time, financially, or that.
At the time, he used the father, and I didn't want to use it.
Okay.
And then we had me,
Okay, and that's the bottom, the bottom, right.
and, Lachi.
Wow, so guess what? So you have these 2 people who met each other, and whatever those attractions was, they got each other, but both, all of them vulnerable. Then you got 2. Now you have a couple that have all these vulnerable areas now. So now, we're met. When did I realize that this is not the life I want? It has to change. And what did I do to change that? What changes did I take place in this? Or what kind of future am I looking for? Somebody dating now, or married now. What do you want? But what did you do to get to that path to go to where you want to go? Because that's the things you changed. You're no longer at that level of vulnerability. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay, I need you to run that.
Okay, you live on now?
No.
You did counseling, you was working, you did? Okay, down. Okay,
And-
so did you stay with them?
I left him and
Okay, but eventually you ended up, I could go back to the time and ended up finding I'm done. And what was that bounce off? Cause there's a click, it's like there's a click. You draw in line for
actually it was, cause he was drinking and he was yelling about killing me. And we were in a senior citizen facility. So the manager called us the next day and asked us, you know, what the problem was, because everybody in the facility, they were afraid. They were afraid.
So it took his last episode, it put you in a position to refocus on it. It's not in there, now you're kicked out of the citizen home. And that time, yeah.
He told me.
Oh, he told you.
He
But
told me
really,
he wanted.
he wants you to know. So, it was his citizen home. Okay, so you live with him. Okay, but you did do that relationship, you got out of that relationship. And you was on the road to start with, and then you were counseling, which continued to help you get change. Very good. Well,
I just got tired of with him with our finances.
there's always the last straw.
Well, like I said, with our finances,
And
because there was times when we stayed in motel room, and you didn't have no mercy.
yeah,
Okay. You didn't like it. And one day I just got tired,
then
went to work,
done.
and I got my kids, and I got on the bus, and I came back home. I see.
Wonderful. Wow. Very good. And what other stuff what did you do?
Right, because I started going back to church.
Okay.
I got saved, and then I realized, I don't have to just settle. You know, I don't have to settle, and he was my, I guess you could say, childhood crush.
Yeah.
And I'm married, so that's one thing that affected me.
Yeah. I know that I'm familiar with that saying, kind of say, you know. I know it, I know all about it, too big, yeah.
Is that,
Very good. So what you did was, I said, this is like here. I said, this is spirituality, I went back to, that was really, a friend that was really in myself, that can help you with this. You know, I removed myself, I made that decision, that I'm done. How empowering that you said, that's okay. Don't tell me we're angry. Don't, we're stupid, you're not weak. We're love. When you love somebody, keep trying to make it work. Because when you're ready to move out, you know. So you're not weak, you're human. Very good.
We got charged with phone too, because we trying to kill him.
So that close call left, I think you would.
Yeah, but I mean, I did still make it get way more than that, I still would do myself, take care of
But
myself.
what was your chance to what was the big thing?
It was a restraining order,
So that was your first opportunity to say, you started thinking. But you have to, you just say, you still be there today, but you changed.
that was 18 when I got home, I got that freedom.
Oh!
I ran that freedom. I
But you made a decision. How much you think? You're making the decision. You made the decision. And you did it, and you're doing it, and you're getting stronger, along the way.
Yes.
I didn't say we're perfect, but we're getting strong. We're not who we were. We no longer who we were. What was it?
Our story is a little different, because he was the square, and I was the one that was robbing him.
Where did your change come?
My change came when he caught me shooting up for the 7th time. And I said, "You still here?" And he said, "Yeah. And I see something in you that you can't see yet, and I'm not going anywhere." I sat down.
Wow.
I sat down, and I went to treatment, and I got sober, and then I became a grandma.
Look at you. And now you're doing the work that you know you can do it too. Awesome. That's why I tell people, I don't care where you've been, that's not who you are, that's just part of your journey. Your journey don't dictate your destiny, you do. Wow. What was that? Light switch you did. That things start changing. No, I'm gonna start doing some changing, you know, but I know it's a process. I understand, we don't change overnight. Our trauma didn't happen overnight, but it's measurable. And that's when you know you're growing, when you can measure. People like I didn't even put that. You're not. Sometimes it takes a lifetime to make one baby step at a time. But as long as it's measurable, you're doing good. I have 3 friends that stopped smoking. It took them a year, and they never went back. Oh, I said, no, it's okay. Let's start over. You know, I ain't never, well, I did, my mom was a coach in mom. But I did, I tried to kiss it when I was mad. The girl did it. The girl, next girl did it, yes, I was mom. I'm with you, mom. I was mad, and the girl did it to me, and we were so stupid and dumb, we thought we had to smoke the whole packet so much in the time. We didn't think to throw it away, so guess what, we were running it both ways. You know, toilet girl. I was like, oh, that was a lesson. And she was 7. But they were like close with me because I was just breathing. I was on the toilet. I like, Jesus, my everything I did, you know. And then at 15, somebody tried to get one of those teachers, he tried to take all this people down here all over. So I never did it. But I had enough friends, one was pregnant. I was, they was like, it was causing too many health problems. So I didn't really know what I was doing. I was trying to support them, but all I knew is, as long as you kept going, you're gonna win. How many times you called, get up, keep going. And they kept going, and they never back. The goal is to keep going. The goal is to keep trying. Don't let somebody measure who you are based on where you are in your process. They ain't your God. They're not. Because ain't nobody alive or dead that don't have a process. Man, it's true. I ain't gonna try to measure somebody's stuff worse. Well, girl, I do that. You're still nasty. Who don't smell of the dog and who that? It's still stinks.
And everybody.
But we have a habit, people have a habit of measuring a person's value based on what they're doing. That's a hypocrite and a liar. Go ahead. But don't change who you are. You still amazing. You still incredible. But you got to see it. That's the goal. That's it. Ain't nobody stop me but me. That's right. I can be impacted by what people do, yes. I'm impacted. Yes, I know. But I choose to stop or keep going. Does that make sense? Come on. So, what time is it?
7:30.
Oh, good, we're doing good. What time is it over? You know, 1 minute.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. Did Kenisha ever answer?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all don't either. Oh my God. Kenisha like, yeah, boy. That's why I see that look on my face.
I see them looking at me, so that's why I said, it doesn't matter where you are in the process, you can still be struggling, but it's measurable. You're making those baby steps forward, you don't take the credit away from the things that you have. And the things that you are looking for.
I guess it's okay to just talk about it.
Yes. So just say what you, now, tomorrow, he said, oh, one more thing. So some things that that you want to talk about, sometimes there's still a lot of shame associated to it, you know, because unfortunately we live in a very judgmental.
Yeah.
Judgmental. Very judgmental.
Oh, yeah.
And we're hypocrites.
And I can't stand that. And I always thought that. I always hated from a child, even from a child, always hated it. I said, why you going off on him? And I know I just seen you over here doing who knows what. And you acting like you God's gift to the planet. The world ain't that good to you. The world won't let you escape without trying to hit you with something. But I have met the most incredible, amazing women. I had a woman, what Bishop speaks. She was raised in a brothel house. She was a prostitute. Her mama was, she grew up a prostitute. That's all she knew. She had a son. She did what she did. She made the money. That's all she knew. But one day, I don't know what the snap was. I don't know what happened. But she said, one day, I said, I'm done. Went to school, became an attorney. And one day, nobody messed her. Because she will wipe them all in the courtroom. Don't tell me what you can't do if you don't want to, but you have to believe it. You have to believe it. One thing, I fight with what I tell people, I don't care how smart you is, I don't care how talented you is. So that is just a bonus that you have. If you don't understand how beautiful you are, how incredible you are, how you change the world, because ain't nobody like you, and nobody can beat you. When you understand that kind of beauty, it subsides all your gifts and talents, because it is who you are, will make you special.
And
But you
we
gotta
all go through stuff, you don't have to be,
Yeah.
we all do.
So,
Jennifer.
I just want you to share with me what things are these that you work on. What parts of it? Are you making some?
What I learned on that, I got that, for me was, math talk, right?
That's fine, here we go. We're gonna leave our affirmations.
I was very overwhelmed because it's not that I didn't want to raise it, it's just that I was going to be involved. I just had a child. And we were trying to work on our relationship and all the role I wanted to be in our life. And it got to a point where he just couldn't see others. And it got to a point where one day his son did something I think that triggered him and reminded him of his ex-wife. And he whooped him so bad where I can't take him to a school like this. So I called my mom and I was like, Mom, I need your help. I don't know what to do. And so my stepdad brought to me, CPS training. They took the kid. They threatened to take my child, but because I was with mother's son, they didn't take him. They said that if I turned on my current boyfriend at the time, they wouldn't take my son. So they took his kids. And it was hard because we went through like a lot of like extreme fighting where I threw the limb, he threw the limb, and we were busting moving walls. And I was 6 months pregnant, and there was some cheating going on. I was hurt, I was broken, damaged. I mean, when I say I was damaged, I was at the lowest of my lows. Like I was so low. And I was pregnant because I'm like, I love this man. I got pregnant. I missed out on opportunities for music. I lost.
See, you feel like a failure. I felt like, wow.
Yeah.
Everything
First lady.
So where did you?
The shift came for me when we got into a bad fight about the cheating, and I threw a limb, and hit him with the limb, and then he threw it back. And I didn't know that my son was crawling on the floor I thought that him.
Yeah.
My baby was crying. And he was like, "Don't
First lady.
I knew we were fighting, and I knew that I was hurt and I needed to leave. I had got an apartment, and I had sold those apartment for 4 months. Did that found out that he was cheating, and he didn't know I had the apartment to leave. So I love her. Everything.
So your son, that moment of change, my heart, falling on the shift. But oftentimes when you're so busy struggling, you miss that shift. And what I try to tell people is that while you're there, there's always a click. It's just that when you sit, sometimes you don't want to give yourself credit. Because sometimes the process of healing is so slow that you don't even realize you're doing it before you know, like, wow, I know I got it. When did it happen? Because I want you to understand that there is a power in you that's so great that no matter what's happening to you, you have that will inside you to say, I ain't stand like this. I ain't stand here. And that's what we give to victims. We tell them, I don't care how long you've been victim. I don't care how long you've been prostituting. I don't care how long somebody said you couldn't do it. You said there's something in you that won't let you accept that. Even though you really don't know the niggas, but I'm not gonna be here. And look at your women now. Look at you. Now you're leaders. You're a leader. You're pouring life into somebody. Somebody try to take your life, but you say, I'll take my life back. And now you're pouring life into people. And that's what the world wants to take from you. It wants to take your ability away to give life and to empower people. And guess what? You're doing it. You're doing it. And that's why you gotta stay on top of your self-care. Because the evil voices outside don't like you. Because they know you ain't afraid. They don't like you. Look at you. And why is it you gotta remind yourself where you've been? You gotta remind, no. That's behind you. You use it as a platform, as a testament. That's why I'm very transparent on that. I don't care when you're asking, I'm gonna tell you. I don't care. That's what I was, that's where I've been. But I'm no longer there. I'm no longer there. And I might not be right where I want to be, but I promise you I'm where I was. I'm not where I was. Oh my gosh. And so as you empower the people that you serve, don't forget to empower yourself. So affirmation. So we're gonna do now, we're gonna get out of here, is I'm gonna do this. Oh, I know how to do it, thank you. So I'm going to have everybody close their eyes, please. And I am going to okay. So today I want you to leave with that positive thought, knowing that you're valuable, you're important. I'm so proud of you. I'm so honored to have met you. I'm so honored that you were in my presence. You make my life better. There's a song that says, I can't find that song. You ever heard the song, I Need You to Survive?
Yes, yes.
Can you bring it to me? I need that. I love that song. I love that song. Because if you don't survive, I need you because you don't need me. See, we don't come in people's presence for nothing. And it might not be long, but that's a gift to you. When you get somebody that's gonna pour something into you, that's a gift. And we never forget the people that brought obstacles to our life. The people that reminded us how we were valuable. Never forget. The 23-year-old girl that I met at 15, I don't know her name, I don't know her family is, but she poured into a 15-year-old girl, and I honor her every time I see that gift. Because in her pain, she chose to talk to a stranger that she never knew about, being kept on relationships. In the midst of a bloody and beaten face, crying. She didn't have to do it. She could have been soaking in her own misery, but she decided, in that misery, I'm gonna pour into these kids. Because I want them to turn out like me. That girl, I don't care what nobody said, she did something to change the world. She changed me. So I know that she was there. because it's in her to be something. She just didn't see it right then, she was hurting. How many people do that? That's your love, you should give it to people. They say you are a sucker. No, you're awesome. Because everybody can't do that. Just do it. And you did it. And you're doing it. Have a good night, ladies.